Welcome to Talking Habs Free Agent Frenzy live stream. Free Agent Frenzy Day. God knows what we're going to get from that. But hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs. Matt's going to be joining me in a minute. Where's my camera? There it is. In just a minute. And we're about an hour, I think, away from the official start of Free Agent Frenzy Day. So we'll see. Nothing much happening today. Montreal did sign 3 players. Not a big consequence. Alex Belzile, Joel Teasdale, and Matt Schnarr were signed to, was it 1 year? I think 1 year, 2-way contracts. So that's for depth and for Laval Rocket. So, no big news as of today. There were some moves yesterday. We'll go over everything in a few minutes when Matt joins us. Evander Kane signs in with Edmonton. Malkin resigns with Pittsburgh. Malcolm Subban signs with, who's he with now? Oh, he signs back with Buffalo for 1 year. Nothing really big. So it's kind of like there were a few names that went like pretty early, but it's kind of like not like last year, the year before, all that. Everything was done pretty much by now. There's still a lot of names out there, and I think we might have at least an interesting day because I think bodies are going to move today. It sounds weird to say bodies are going to move today. Come see the new porn. Bodies are going to move today. All right, I talked enough. Let's see who's here. Maybe nobody's here. There's 3 people here. All right. My cursor doesn't want to be found. Gabriel says, hey, Gabriel, I say we sign McDavid to a 13-year, $750,000 AAV contract. Would he accept that much money? I don't know. Hey, Habination, how's it going? Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah, well, it's early. 11 o'clock in the morning, I don't do too many streams. I will say this for people who are here. If you hear a lot of noise here, I live in a construction site right now. They're doing a lot of work today. And it might get a little noisy. When it does get particularly noisy, I'll mute my microphone. But I can't help it. Timing is everything. Right now, they're quiet, but it gets loud here. So just warning everybody. Matt's going to join us in a few minutes, like I said, any second now. And hopefully we'll get some news and we'll have stuff to talk about. I wanted to call him. I always want to call this guy Igor Slafkovsky, and I don't know why. It's Yuri Slafkovsky. Quite impressive in development camp from the highlights I saw. I didn't see a ton, but what I saw, I'm kind of hoping that translates to the NHL because, man, this kid has a wicked release from the slot. My God. When we need a goal, between Caulfield and Slafkovsky, and then obviously Suzuki feeding them and maybe scoring too, I think that first line is going to be wicked bad. So I think Montreal, like the rumors today, PLD, that's Pierre-Luc Dubois. We just picked up Kirby Dach. I think Montreal realizes that if they put all their eggs in one basket on line 1, that teams can still stop them. And I think they're trying to load up a line 2 so that they're legitimate, you can't just key on one line. I think this is what they're working on. So otherwise, I don't get the reason for getting PLD, but apparently there's a big rumor that Montreal's in on Pierre-Luc Dubois, possibly a 3-way trade. I've heard with Carolina and Winnipeg and Montreal. So is it going to happen? Is it real? Who knows? I also heard there is a deal that was made at the draft that they're supposed to announce probably today. I heard it's involving Petrie and Paling. Might just be Paling. Like, I don't know. It's hard to nail down, but there's that. I don't know. Yeah, you know any other rumors out there?
Well, I do have some news here. I have a trade and a signing to announce.
Oh, where's it?
Signing Josh Manson back to the Habs, and Pavel Zacha has been traded to the Boston Bruins.
Pavel Zacha. My son's name is Zach, my oldest. So every time I hear that guy's name, I just think of my son. It's like somebody would have called him when he was a baby. Hey, Zacha.
Also sounds like Claude Giroux is going to be signing with the Ottawa Senators.
Claude Giroux to the man. The Senators are beefing up like freaking crazy. They also traded Gustafson, the goalie, and they got Cam Talbot yesterday.
Yeah, Pierre Dorian's cooking with gas.
Can you imagine what a flip of the bird to Toronto? Here, take Matt Murray. Yeah, I know he's really good. And then the next day they flip Gustafson for Talbot. I mean, I take Talbot over Matt Murray right now. Besides, Matt Murray looks like he's 60. Have you seen pictures of Matt Murray? Matt Murray looks like he's 60 years old. So
he's only 3 years older than me too. Which is
I know
scary.
this is he's 28. He looks like he's 60. It's not a joke. So something about that. Toronto took a look and said, "Yeah, he'll solve our problems." I'm going to be doing a video. I had this brilliant idea of how that trade came about. Pierre Dorian calling Kyle Dubas and how he sold that.
Oh, it was easy. All he had to say was Matt Murray is a Sault Ste. Marie Greyhound, and Kyle Dubas went, "Oh, I like those guys."
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's true. I got to put that in there. Anyway, I'm doing that. I'm going to try to.
No, it's honestly kind of bad. It's
yeah.
Really
anyway,
bad.
So look for that. That should be out in a couple of days. Hopefully that'll be funny. I don't know. I've got it half written.
Kyle, for whatever reason, Kyle Dubas has been obsessed with bringing Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds into Toronto.
Greyhounds, because they say Greyhounds, they're really hung. I think Kyle Dubas might like that. I don't know.
Obviously, it hasn't worked so far, and
it doesn't now.
Look, I mean, Matt Murray could bounce back. I mean, it's possible, but I just think it's a huge risk with his injury history.
He's injury history. 3 years he's done like nothing because of injuries and team, I guess, but still he's not shown much. Anyway, I was happy when I saw that move. I said, "Oh, good. Now Toronto not only won't get out of the first round, they won't get into the first round." So there's my prediction that Toronto does not make the playoffs next season. I mean, it depends who they get with Matt Murray because they don't have anybody but Shalgren. You think they're going to go with Shalgren and Murray? I did have a co-host.
It sounds like it. Oh no, I'm refreshing my Twitter feed to see if there's any news. But
I'm bugging you.
No, I think Murray's the starter, and right now Shalgren's the backup.
Yeah.
Unless they go out and get another goalie, but
hey, JD's in the house.
I don't know.
Hey JD, we're gonna get to you in a minute.
Hey, what's up, Delaney? How you doing, my brother?
Let's go
my man.
from the top.
Hey, good win for the Reds last night. Beat the Yankees. I love it. Love to see it.
Awesome. This baseball. Who cares? But that's beside. Hey, bye. Fun day ahead. Have to run out at 3. Me too. I have to be gone by then. Your time for my second booster. Oh, awesome. I had mine a month and a half ago, I think. But awesome. Good job. Do you think the Habs get? And after saying the booster, Logan Snipes says, "Do you think the Habs?" And I'm seeing. Do you think the Jabs because of the booster? That's how my brain works. Do you think the Habs get anything? We don't have much cap. Without moving player. I think if they're going to do anything, there's going to be some movement today, off the roster and then on.
Josh Manson's contract 4 years, 4.5 AAV.
Yeah, they just put it up without details. So
no, this is per LeBron.
It's up there on TSN's. I've got the free agent tracker. It just doesn't have the details.
This is per LeBron. LeBron just tweeted it.
That's fine. Biggest thing will be getting used to North American ice size. Slafkovsky? I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the video of Slafkovsky on the bike, but the Canadiens are going to have to invest in the training equipment before they lose it all.
Yeah, he's a beast on the bike.
Holy smokes.
I guess that was a sprint test, but that means on the ice. out on the ice, when he's moving his legs, I think this guy can move. And that's what they said. When he gets an open track, he's gone. When he starts to skate, he's
I
fast.
don't want to be in his path when he's on the track.
He's big and he's fast. So I'm kind of liking the Slafkovsky pick a lot more than going into the draft, obviously. And it's not because I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking energy drink. But because I like the look of him. Like what I saw in development camp, the guy looks legit. You see these young guys often every year. This guy's got a different look to him that is – he looks special. I get what they saw in him, I guess. I hadn't seen a lot of Slafkovsky, so I'm going to be honest about that. Hadn't watched a lot of highlights, so maybe that's on me. But, man, that wrist shot from the slot, man, oh, God, that is something else. The puck on his stick, and then it's not. And it's in the net. Now, I only saw one highlight, but if he can do that in the NHL, wow, him and Caulfield around the net with Suzuki, you need a goal. You want to get another one to go up ahead and cement a win. I mean, these guys are going to be awesome. In overtime, imagine Slafkovsky, Suzuki, and Caulfield as a line going out in overtime.
That's kind of scary. That makes me stoked.
I'm telling you, man, I see some really – now that means he's got to live up to the potential.
Right. No, obviously.
But I don't know. I'm thinking that he will. Habitation does not want Brett Kulak back. Hughes did say that he would offer. And he said it recently that he'll offer him a contract. So
I wouldn't necessarily mind having Brett Kulak back. I still think he's underrated. I think
he's an inexpensive, pretty much experienced defenseman now.
Yeah,
it's what they said they're looking for if Petrie goes. Something just changed here.
He can skate. He's a great skater. I wouldn't mind it. I think he's better than David Savard.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't mind bringing Brett Kulak back.
My little nephew is better than David Savard.
That's true. This bottle of iced tea is better than David Savard.
Is that iced tea? Looks clear. How's that iced tea? Oh, you got a thing around it.
Yeah. That's iced tea. Snapple.
Cannot believe Montreal will deal with Carolina. Well, it's different management group. So, yeah.
I did hear Carolina might be a destination for Petrie.
That's in three-way trade.
I did hear in that PLD rumor that Petrie would go to an Eastern Conference team, and then whatever that return is would be packaged to go to the Jets.
And Paling, I think, going to Carolina.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what materializes, if anything. But now, that's the going rumor.
If they're taking on PLD, then they need to move Petrie. They absolutely have to move that contract, that kind of money, or they can't take it on.
I didn't even realize this. PLD doesn't even have a contract right now. He's in an RFA.
He's got 1 year left.
No, he's an RFA.
So think of what he's going to want. You got to move Petrie out to sign him.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Bob Cannon. Hey, it changes every time. Hey, Bob, how's it going? I had to do that while I saw it.
No, it's all good. Look, with my only concern with PLD is, maybe he has some character issues because he
wants out.
Because I think what he does on the ice, I have no issue with that. I think he's a shoe-in, probably 30-ish goals, 25-ish assists, which is fine. I'll take
50
that.
to 60 points, 65 points. 55 to 65 points, that's Dubois, which is, like you say, that's fine.
It's fine. I have no issue with his on-ice production. I'd love that here in Montreal. I just hope that, he's got this mentality of I'm just going to play somewhere for 2 years and then out of town.
That's the problem, right?
But from what it sounds like, he wants to play in Montreal. I don't know.
Sounded like he wanted to play in Winnipeg when he was there. His dad was there. He loved Winnipeg. Sounded like it. And now he wants out there too.
Yeah. So that's really the only concern. But if he can commit long term, I wouldn't really mind a center core of Suzuki, PLD, and Doc going forward. I don't think that's bad at all. I really don't.
Oh, no. I'll agree. That's pretty damn awesome.
With Evans as the 4th seed, I don't think that's a bad center core.
You're a powerhouse. you're a powerhouse down the middle at that point.
Right, and the oldest guy is what, PLD at 24? I mean, come on.
No,
that's your center core for like.
You're set for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucas, Senators are going to be a good team this year. We were just saying that Senators, man, the moves they're making, it's insane.
Pierre Dorian just cooking with gas. I mean, absolutely cooking with gas. And I think I don't have any problems with any of the moves he's made either. I think he's made good moves.
Do you think Eugene Melnyk died and it opened up the purses? Like the daughter is willing to spend. It's like a totally different attitude.
I think so, because I think, and I actually saw something about this too. It just, now that he's not really meddling with the team anymore. He doesn't,
right.
He's not giving his 2 cents. It's like
Dorian's got free hands to make the moves now that he wants to make, and he's not
right.
tied.
It's like what's handcuffing the GM in Buffalo, because Kim Pegula has her hands all over the Sabres. It's like until
I think that's what it is.
She gives up doing that, the Sabres really aren't going to go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So our man JD's in the room. JD, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. If you're still in the room, I don't know, I'm behind on the comments. Gino re-signed, yes. Was hoping to see him in Washington with Ovi. Yeah, it seems like I was reading a little bit. Letang, Malkin, and Crosby been together 17 years. And from what I can gather, I think they want to finish their careers together. So I don't know. I know that Letang signed for 6 and Malkin for 4, so that doesn't work out exactly, but they wanted to be together, so they are. I can just picture them, in a hotel, all nice and comfy in bed. No, I'm not going there. But good to see you, JD. Jordan Kenny, do you think Johnny Gaudreau comes back to Calgary? No. If he's going back to Calgary, I don't see. When they say I'm going to test the free agent market,
he's not going back to Calgary. He already told the Flames he's out.
That's right. I read that. But when a player says, "Well, I'm going to test the free agent market," they're not coming back unless they really get nothing, no offers. Gaudreau's going to get offered money. Don't worry. He's going probably New Jersey. I would.
Yeah, my feeling is New Jersey or the Islanders. I was thinking maybe the Flyers, but Chuck Fletcher hasn't been able to move the money out to bring him in, so that's not going to happen, I don't think. My money right now is on New Jersey.
Baby says Murray was backup for both cup wins, and Teal still does not have a goalie who can get them past the first round. Well, this time they did differently. Listen, this time they went and got a goalie that won't get them to the first round, so there's not an issue about them getting out this year. They're just not going to be in the playoffs. That's how they said, you know what? It's too hard to get out of the first round. Let's just not get there to the playoffs. There you go. That's facts. Sydney and the Pens gifted Murray 2 cups. Kind of. I mean, he's overrated. He's definitely overrated. His play since leaving Pittsburgh proves it. With the way Ottawa is going this offseason, our division is going to be way tougher. Well, over the next 2-3 years, the upper echelon, it's going to switch. The teams that are at the top will switch down to the bottom, and the teams on the bottom are going to go to the top. That's just the natural order of things with getting the better draft picks for a while. I think that's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I'm predicting now Toronto doesn't make the playoffs.
I think it really honestly is all on Matt Murray. If Matt Murray bounces back, which again I think is possible.
With a 65-year-old body, are you kidding me?
It's possible.
Look at that guy.
I didn't say it was probable. I said it was possible.
It looks like if you blow on him, he's going to fall over.
But if he gets hurt, I mean, their goalie tandem is Shalgren and Joseph Woll. So
good. I'm happy though. No, listen.
They're going to have to win games like 11-10.
I'm ecstatic for Toronto for getting Matt Murray. It thrills me to no end, to be very honest with you, because they making the playoffs, and I'm going to be really happy about that. So there you go. JD's been not that he did not leave, he's been pretty active in there. Goalie market is thin this year. It is thin. I mean, it's the reason why. But then you see the next day, Ottawa picks up Cam Talbot for Gustafsson. I'd rather have Gustafsson than Murray. So right there.
I think Cam Talbot's an upgrade over Matt Murray.
Listen,
I don't think.
Sorry. Yeah, Cam Talbot, without a doubt. You can finish your thought. I'll say something out of it.
Oh no, I was gonna. I mean, I think Cam Talbot. I mean, he did struggle a little bit in Minnesota, but I still think I would take him over Matt Murray with the way,
100%.
like, just as of right now.
The first clue to that is this. Look at the deal. Matt Murray, a third round pick next season, and a 7th in 2024. And what's the return? Future considerations, which everyone knows means nothing.
I
So
feel
they
bad
gave
for
him-
future
they
considerations.
gave
I wish
him-
someone would just give him a shot.
They gave him. It's like, hey, you want here? Take Matt Murray, and Kyle Dubois went, hey, we'll throw in a third and a 7th. Yeah, and listen, just think of us in the future. And he thought that that's sort of key to getting out of the first round. Like, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
And I'll
Listen,
show you how I see it in a video coming up really soon where I play Pierre Dorion on that call with Kyle Dubois.
Yeah, I feel bad for future considerations. I think he has a shot to be an NHLer. I don't know. He just can't stick with the team.
I don't understand how that guy can play on so many teams at the same time. Right? I must have seen him traded 3-4 times this season already.
Mm-hmm. I will say though too, if Toronto somehow misses the playoffs, I think Dubois is gone. Like I think this is a huge gamble. I think this is his job.
Oh, God.
His job's on the line with this.
Has to be. At this point, it has to be, right? Hey, listen, if I was the owner and I saw that deal for Matt Murray, I'd fire him. You know what I mean? It's like I said, he's guaranteeing they're going to get out of the first round by not getting into the first round. That's what I think. All right. So did the Jays fan wait? Golden market is thin. Hugh, so did the Jays fan. Swept the Rays for y'all. I know. I'm sorry, JD. I can't decipher that. The Leafs are tanking for Bedard. No, Chicago is though. Did you see what Chicago's doing to their team? They're dismantling that team. We got something going on?
Ilya Samsonov to Toronto.
Matt Murray's a backup. There you go. Okay. Damn it. I should have did that video already. Now that kind of screws up my video. It's not announced here, but that's trades. I don't think what I've got is the tracker for the free agents. I don't have the trade tracker.
What if Samsonov is a free agent?
Oh, he is? But it was a trade, though. But it was a trade. How is that a trade?
It's a free agent. He's a free agent. He can't.
Oh, why
sign
did I
anything
think that's a
until
trade?
noon.
Yeah, I know. Why did I think that's a trade?
He wasn't qualified, so he's a UFA.
Right. But why did I think that's a trade? I don't know. I have no idea why. I really have no idea why. I'm in a weird mood today, people. If you haven't noticed, if you haven't noticed, and I didn't announce this, but yeah, it's a new studio, so yeah, that's why everything's different, and it's not finished yet. So new angle. I don't really like this angle, so I don't think this angle is gonna last. But yeah, if you're wondering, where's the camera? There it is. If you're wondering what's going on, that's what's going on.
Samsonov had an .896 save percentage last year, so I still don't know if he moves the needle that much for Toronto.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm reading this and it says he's in Buffalo, so I don't know if someone got something wrong.
Well, I know there's still the rumor out that Montreal was interested in trading Allen and then signing Samsonov.
Petrie, I think, could be on the move today.
Well, if they have hope of making any moves, Petrie has to be on the move, or somebody with that kind of money has to be on the move, because they can't go over 10%.
Holy smokes!
What happened?
Brent Burns to Carolina.
Jesus. Somebody was saying today on Twitter, Slavin and Burns together are going to be like dynamite, and there you go.
Yeah, this is per Pierre LeBrun. Hurricanes are close to acquiring Brent Burns from the Sharks. Deal is just about done.
Close is not done yet, though. Okay, but it should be done. LeBrun wouldn't put it out there if he thought it was actually going to get done. Okay, let's get back to the people's
Holy Moses. Not even noon. We haven't even hit when free agents can sign yet. And we got some big news.
What big news? There's something happening?
Well, the Brent Burns.
Oh.
I mean, the Brent put it out, so I mean, if he says it's close, it's close.
The only thing is, like, he's old, so what kind of contract is he getting? Mishar has been impressive as well. I was kind of only seeing the Slafkovsky highlights, to be honest with you. It's Slafsquatch, like Sasquatch. Okay, I kind of like that.
I think we're gonna like this kid. I really do. I think we're gonna like him a lot.
I think so too. As much as, listen, I was a Hughes Wright guy. I still think Shane Wright's going to be a hell of a hockey player. Hasn't changed for me. I don't hate the guy. We didn't sign. I mean, we didn't pick him. I'm not going to hate him. But man, Slafkovsky so far has impressed me since we've drafted him. And I wasn't going to be negative about it. They drafted him. I said it on I got to talk about this kid. I'm not going to be all negative and shit all the time. I want to like this kid, and I want this kid to work out. So I'm definitely going to be positive. And I like what I've seen. He just has this look of a what do you call that in horses? But he's that word that I can't think of because I can't think of it. He's definitely like a pure breed, whatever you want to call it. He looks like he's the real deal. We won't know till he starts to play, but yeah, I like the chances of him being the real deal. So yeah, I'm kind of impressed with him.
Darren Helm is staying in Colorado.
Yeah,
I didn't even know Darren Helm was still playing hockey.
He scored a goal in the cup final, a big goal.
I didn't even know he was still playing hockey.
Yeah, and I saw that. JD says, I'm hoping the Slovakia boy stays overseas. I'm all in for Tank, the sequel. Yeah, we are. I don't think the Habs are. I don't think it's in there. I don't think so. I think, you know what? If the Habs are into tanking, they're going to trade Jake Allen. That's the sign that's going to be it. If they don't trade Jake Allen, I don't think their mindset is tanking.
No, I don't think so. And look, if for whatever reason, Slafkovsky might need some development throughout the season, I think the AHL is better for him.
Yeah, he'll go. They want to keep him in North America, so
because he's got to get accumulated to the North American ice, and I just think playing in the AHL with, in kind of that, playing professionally with other guys,
my
on
kind
that
of thought
level would be better than playing overseas. On the
kind of thought is if he goes back to Finland, that's not a good sign because that means he's not even nearly as far along as they thought. And that means he could bust. I don't think that's the case, and I think he'll be here in North America. I think he wants to be here in North America, and he'll end up in Laval if he can't make the Habs. I think he makes the Habs. I think he makes the Habs out of camp. I don't know if he'll stick, but I kind of think he'll stick past game 9, and we'll have him all season. I think this kid has that kind of makeup that he's gonna accomplish what he wants to do. He wants that opportunity, and he seems to be the kind of kid that's been taking advantage. He takes advantage of that opportunity when he gets it. If that's the case, he's going to take advantage of it here, and he'll be starting here. Maybe not on the first line right away, but he'll work his way up there. So I think that's what they saw in him, in his character. They mentioned that many times about him. I think that's what they saw in him, and yeah. JD, it is 2 Slovakian kids. They picked him and his best friend on the team, on the Slovakian team, 1 and 2. Kirby Doc right now will be the line and do find someone to play with Caulfield and Suzuki, but don't break up those 2 Slovak. I don't know though. I don't know that Meshar makes it this year. Like I think that the other dude will make it.
Brent Burns has 3 years left in his contract at $8 million.
So that was a trade. That's why it's not.
It's a trade. And the Hurricanes have like $20 million in cap, and that's with literally everybody under contract. So the Carolina Hurricanes might actually be scary, which sucks.
Who did they get for Burns? What did they get?
I haven't seen anything yet. I'm
No
still
return.
refreshing.
I wonder if it's future considerations again. Man, that guy's thin. Plays on so many teams. Where was I? Yeah, JD, I don't think Mishar makes it right away. So we'll have to see how that works out. From what I can tell, you got to figure he's probably going to play in Laval, the littler guy, next season. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's better because I'd rather have them, if they need it, to stay here and get accumulated to that North American ice. That way they're developing and playing on that ice.
I think that's the Habs' plans too. Listen, Hugh said it. They want him to stay in North America if they feel is best for him to stay in North America. I'm talking Slafkovsky. So he said that already. So yeah, I doubt he's going back.
Yeah, I can't see it.
And he'll be used much better here. They'll start developing him here right away. That's the best plan. If you ask me.
Oh yeah.
Habination says Slav Squatch is too common a name. Do better. Listen, let's see him play here for a little bit. I want to look over there for my camera because it's been there for so long and it's here right now. So excuse me for that, people. We'll come up with a name after he's played for a little bit. I know I'm going through these comments slowly, so it just jumped on me. So I'm going to start here with Bob Cannon. You're welcome, Bob, for the explosion. I don't think Habs will do much today. Perhaps a Petrie deal if they truly believe Goalie might be ready to step into the lineup.
And we've also been right on that Petrie deal with Hughes. Hughes doesn't want to pay anything to get rid of him. We've kind of been right on that front. He's not trading him unless it's
no retention. No retention, and quite frankly, it looks like he wants something in the equivalency of a first-round pick for Petrie.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see and he's going to probably hold out for it, and he doesn't have to trade him, but I kind of think he does. So I think it's like a brave face they're making with Petrie, like, oh, well, we don't have to trade him. I kind of think you do, though. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think today we're going to see one of two things, and I know I could say that at any time, but I really think it's going to be really quiet for Montreal, or the floodgates are going to open and they're going to make a bunch of moves to sign players. And so it's going to be trading guys out to sign guys to come in. It could be, I don't know. I don't have a full sense on what, but I feel it could go either way, which, I mean, that could be any year, right? Like we talk about any year. I don't know. Bob, I think they're willing to play. Like, I think this is the reason they want to sign Kulak, or they're going to make an offer to Kulak or somebody like Kulak. They need to move Petrie's money, and they got to bring in somebody who can fill that kind of role that's much cheaper. And I think that's what they're looking at. If they can accomplish that, yeah, I think they'll do that today. Hope Petrie goes today. Quinn says, hey, Quinn. Quinn, it's not completed. So I don't know if it'll be less cluttered. I don't really know how. I mean, I don't know where the lights have to go yet. As you can see, the lighting's not the best. I'm only using 2. I've got 4. I think I'm going to need all 4 in here. So, but thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want it to look cleaner, like as far as less cluttered and stuff. So we'll see how it works out. I don't really know.
Ooh.
So I don't have a team of people that have designed it already. It's me. And I'm going to design it as I go.
I just saw a little clip of Justin Barron from development camp. He took the puck at the point, did a little fake, did a spin-a-ram, and went in on goal and scored. It was nice.
Yeah, Barron's going to be a good one too. Remember, we got only a small sample size on Barron before he got hurt.
Yeah.
So I expect to see a lot more of him. He's going to – I mean, these guys are going to make the team. They're going to be light on experienced defensemen, so and they've said they're going to play the kids this year. I expect 3 young guys on defense at least, kind of. I really do. I'm expecting Goalie, Barron, Harris. I think that's like the minimum of the young guys on defense.
Jesus. All right. So apparently
nothing on fun. I almost swore on free agent. What's up?
So this has kind of been back and forth for a while, but Bergeron to Boston, things have been confirmed, and now I guess for Bergeron himself, he still hasn't committed to returning. So I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Isn't he thinking of retiring?
I guess he's still going back and forth. I just saw something that was tweeted like 5 minutes ago that he's still kind of going back and forth. So, and I saw last night that there was a deal done and that it was going to be announced, and now he's saying that
maybe he doesn't want to.
That he doesn't want to. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on there.
Yeah,
but I think if he ends up retiring, I think the Bruins go into rebuild mode.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, kind of, right? And if they can't replace him with somebody like that, then 100%.
Because what are they going to do? Bring Krejci in for a year and put him on the first line wing?
No.
But I like Krejci, but he's not a first line winger.
I know.
They're not going to have McAvoy. They're not going to have Marchand, and there's like 2 other guys that are going to be out for like the first 4 months.
Yeah, it's true.
So they're going to kind of be in trouble. So I don't know. And Pasternak, I don't want so because he's pissed that they got rid of Cassidy.
Yeah. No, it's besides their window's basically closed anyway.
Yeah. I honestly think the Bruins, depending on what Bergeron does, I think they're a good candidate to we might really see regression this year. I really do.
I got a burp. I said that and then it went away. That's funny. Gabriel says the entire Leafs management should have been fired when they lost to us in 2021. Yeah. But this year, if these moves don't work out, Leafs management's going to change. And if not, well, that's their problem. If the long-term plan from Gorton and Hughes, this is from Bob Cannon, is to push replay and finish near the bottom of the standings again, then they won't do anything to shore up the D this year. Time will tell. You know, the talk my feeling from what I've heard when Hughes is talking in the last couple of weeks is, and then after they made a couple of things happen, right? My feeling is they are pushing to finish as high as they can. They're looking to be as good as they can be and push this rebuild up a year, 2 years. That's what I think. So I don't think they're going into this thinking, well, let's try to get Connor Bedard or the other kid, the kids at the top. Yeah, I don't think it's as necessary as it was going into last season. They've made some really good moves. This team is really shoring up. And I think they might feel, listen, if we can't get Bedard, which probably we're not, we're doing some good things here and it's looking good. I don't think they're looking to tank. No. I mean, it depends. If they trade Allen, I'll say the opposite, as I just said before. But from what I can glean from what they're saying, I don't think they're thinking tank at all. I don't think they're thinking they're making the playoffs, but I don't think they're thinking that they're in the bottom of the league, and they're not going to try to be. Whereas look at Chicago. Chicago's breaking down that team. Some of the guys they didn't even offer contracts. I'm surprised, but it's obvious they're just trying to tear down that team to finish in the bottom and get one of those 2 or 3 generational kids that are there. I mean, that seems to be what they're doing. So, yeah, I don't think Montreal's trying to tank. That was 5 minutes just to say that. How's that? Listen, when I give you guys an answer, I don't rip you off. I give you your money's worth.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, language. I'm your boss.
No, not that. The stupid spam account things.
I hate that shit.
Goddamn chat.
Hey, Chris. Good morning. Yes, still morning. It's crazy. I don't know. This is why I'm crazy. I'm on the air in the morning. Yeah, I'm smoking in the morning. Yeah, don't say anything to me. If you're going to have a mediocre goaltender, you totally need a strong defense, which Toronto do not have. So I have no idea why they would make such a bad move to get Murray. Okay, you were on to put Murray in it. That's spell check. I know JD's on his phone, so that's spell check. And waste all that money. It's bad decision making. I mean, I don't know. I mean, when I heard that they were actually getting Murray, I laughed. I thought, that's awesome. Because now they don't make the playoffs. And that's what I want to see. I don't want to see them in the playoffs. Chicago just lost Scotty Bowman. Yeah, Scotty Bowman is no longer what do they call that again? Consultant.
See, Trevor Timmins got a new job.
No, I did not hear that.
He is an advisor to the GM in Columbus.
Oh. You listen, you know what? I'm not going to knock Trevor Timmins. Why? A lot of these kids that I'm really enjoying being here, he picked them. So I'm not going to knock the guy because there's a lot of kids here that I'm enjoying that we have. And good for him. I hope he does well over there. Habit Nation says, you sure about Samsonov? He says a boot, though, because he is a true Canadian. LeBron has COVID. He's doing it from the parking lot. No, that's Drager, too. Is it Drager? Drager's at home. One of them's at home.
I don't even know anymore because I Googled Samsonov because I wanted to look at his stats, and it said Buffalo. So I have no idea. I mean, they're right next to each other, but I don't know how you get that mixed up.
Yeah, so listen, we'll wait till it's official. There'll be a point. Look, besides, you know what? It doesn't officially open for 20 minutes.
Right. And look, either way, even if Toronto got Samsonov, their goalie tandem has a combined save percentage of like .890. So they might be winning games like 15-14.
They don't know. Those guys, they're offensively talented, but not 15 goals. So I can see them getting the 14 against. Slafkovsky. That's also very low-hanging fruit. We got to be more creative than that, Habination. I like to try, though, and it's better than I've tried because I haven't even tried, but it's just I kind of like the other one better. He's a thoroughbred. That's it. Thanks, Aki. Yeah, Slafkovsky looks like a thoroughbred. Kind of the way Caulfield does, too.
Oh, my God.
You know, there's that look that now we've got two of them.
Holy crap.
Now we've got two of them. Just think, now there's two young, thoroughbred forwards that can do freaking damage. And it's like Laurel and Hardy. One's big and one's small. But they're going to do a lot of freaking damage. And then they've got the mastermind in Nick Suzuki distributing the puck to them. I mean, going forward, that line can be because it's hasn't happened, like dynamite, literally dynamite.
Listen, in a few years, that line has the potential to be borderline unstoppable.
Yeah, and we've seen lines like that on many other teams, but we've never had one since the 70s. It seems like I think we got it now, and they're building a second one. I think that's why you're not going to see Josh Anderson move. I don't think he will. Because he's that kind of he offers that, not a thoroughbred as much as Slafkovsky, but the speed, the physicality, the size. I mean, they're building a second line. Him and Dak and somebody else on the left, maybe Mishar. Again, two big guys, one small guy. Well, Suzuki's not a big guy, but he's not small. Well, he's not a big guy. But he's built big.
I think he's a little tall. I think he's like 5'11", like an inch taller than
He's just a little under 6 feet. He's just a little under 6 feet. But the thing is, he's thick. But he's thick. He weighs a lot more than normal guys at that size.
Yeah.
And he's hard to knock around. He's hard to knock off the puck. So he can play a bigger game.
Oh,
anyways, I like that
actually. Did you see? Because I know you watched some Lane Hutson film. There was a play.
I didn't.
There was a play where he it was. I don't know how the hell he did it, but he had the puck for like 45 seconds, and he got bumped off of it by a defenseman who was like a foot taller than him, and he just ducked and went around the guy and got the puck back.
Oh, I saw that one. There was. He just walked around everybody with going through their legs and grabbing it and spinning and this way, that way. This kid is uber talented. He laid it off, went around the net, and then wham. Yeah. The guy, he's got all the tools. I don't know how he is defensively, but I guess
according to his coaches, he's a pretty good defender, especially with his stick. he'll get in there. If he sees the puck, he's got a stick lift and he's gone the other way.
He's amazing with his stick. That's something you notice. This kid can handle the puck. He's amazing with his stick. He's just missing some size, but yeah, Lane Hutson is one of those a steal. He's going to be known as a steal of that draft.
He'll have the puck. Brent Burns will come out to him, and he'll just not go through Brent Burns' legs.
Or underneath his hat. Like, you know what I mean? Grab, like, I can see this kid. He looked really fast, and his hands are sneaky fast. Skates by you, steals the puck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like you said. He's sneaky good. He's nasty. So if he, a little bit more size, and that someone thought I was making a joke about the bone age thing, but it's not a joke. That's a real story. My joke was that he's not small. He's just old for his bones. That was not a good joke, but it was my joke. But yeah, that's a true story. So it looks like he's going to grow another couple of inches. So Lane Hutson at 5'10", and a half, I think it's going to be pretty goddamn awesome. Quinn Hughes isn't that big, am I right?
Quinn Hughes, I think it's right around that 5'10" and a half, 5'11", right around my height.
There you go. I'm starting to hear comparisons Hudson to Adam Fox. It's another good comparison. Those three, Cale Makar, three of the best young defensemen in the game, and this guy's being compared to him. So if he works out, awesome. It's going to be an awesome pick.
There's another highlight of his that I liked where he let the puck off. He was coming up the ice, past the puck, and then as soon as he saw an opening and you could see his legs, he started moving and he beat like 3 guys and got in there and he tapped in a goal. It's just his hockey sense is unreal though. His ability to see that and go, oh, I have room right there. I'm off to the races.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's the kind of players they were they talked about the team being like that, and they went out, and I'm sorry, whatever moves they've made, the picks they've made are all designed to feed that. And so they're delivering on what they said they were going to do. That's how I see what they're doing. They're delivering on all their campaign promises. They're delivering. Hey, Slinksy, thank you. It's not finished, the new setup, but yeah, I'm in a bigger studio. I switched. This used to be my bedroom. So I went to the smaller and to the bigger studio. I got new lights and stuff, and I can't put any of it in the other studio. So now I was used to the small studio. I could grab, it was all at hand's reach, Now I got to get out of my damn chair to go get that or that.
Yeah.
That's how lazy I can get. But no, I like it in here. Thanks.
And I think back kind of on Lane Hutson too. I think it's really good that he's going to BU. Not only because I can go see him in person whenever I want.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like a 15-minute drive for me.
Yeah.
But that's a really good program in terms of D1 hockey. Like he's gonna hit the weight room a lot. He's gonna have great coaches. I think it's gonna be really good for his development. I really do. Much like Cole Caulfield, when Cole Caulfield was drafted, he went to Wisconsin, another really good D1 program. So we'll see how it goes. But I really
it'll
love
be good for him. No, it'll be good for him. Besides, they'll give him the time to grow. JD says can't see them talking about Slafkovsky and Mishar, I guess, in the AHL. But he said that Hughes has actually. I've seen him say that. I think more along the line of stay in Europe, only if they can't keep them in North America. They use this year to tweak the team and not burn a cheap year on the kid's contract. Yeah, the thing is, that's what I was saying earlier. Everything I'm hearing, to me, from them sounds like I don't think they care about that. I think what they want is to speed up this rebuild as quickly as possible by developing them without cutting corners to develop, but developing these guys quicker than sending them back to Finland or whatever. Let's get them here in North America and start developing them here now, whether it's the NHL or the AHL, but here in North America. So, yeah, and that's basically what Hughes said. You can see it's in a couple of his interviews after the draft. So, yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't think they care about burning a year. I think Montreal would be fine if they made the playoffs this coming season. I honestly do. The way they talk, the feeling I get.
Thomas Greiss to the Blues.
Greiss to the Blues. To replace Husso, because Husso they traded to Detroit.
I think that's a bit of a downgrade in the backup position, but
Is that a trade or a free agent signing?
free agent signing. That's again, nothing's official until 12 when guys can put pen to paper, or at least when stuff can actually get announced. But
no, I know, but some of these deals have been put up here. How come that one's not up here on the TSN tracker? I don't know. I haven't had to refresh. Let's see. I'm going to refresh now and see if that's up there. Nope.
That's from Jeremy Rutherford.
Okay, anyway, that's cool. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing.
Klingberg to Seattle if the Brent Burns trade goes through.
Ooh. You know what? Sorry. Mike Johnson was on TSN said that he's pretty sure Klingberg is coming to Montreal. I'm glad that's not true.
Yeah, me too. There's no room for him. I really want to see the young kids develop. I really do, because we have
$7 million. He wants $7 million. No, there's no room, and it's too much. No.
Look, if
they shouldn't be committing to an older anybody for any term, like long term.
Yeah. Look, like I said, as much as we have concerns about Pierre-Luc Dubois and his kind of inability to want to play in a place for a long time, if he does commit to Montreal long term and say we get him for around 6 and we offload like Petrie and maybe another contract, I really wouldn't complain about that.
No.
Because like I said, then we're loaded down the middle for like the next 10 years.
Yeah, my only concern for him is he lose his interest here. But other than that, I mean, talent-wise and everything, second or third.
And he's only 24, so it's like at
and
$6 million, I'm fine with that, you know?
Well, listen, this is a big concern if they're looking at if you guys are out there thinking, oh, well, they're going to get this guy, that guy, this guy. Look at the age of the guy first. Because if they're
100%.
over 27, it's not happening. They've already said every time they've made these little moves lately in the last couple of weeks, one of the things I've noticed they say is the guy fits in with the core group of players age-wise and will be around with all, and this is something they're trying to do. So, yeah, you got to look at that too. So the guy's 30 or 29, it's not happening. The one exception will be maybe an experienced, cheap, experienced defenseman. Right, unless it's Kulak, he's 28, but they might reach for an older guy for a couple of seasons on D. That's the only exception. But a big name or bringing in somebody big, he better be in the right age group, or it's not happening. That's
I do know Kulak is open to coming back to Montreal.
He is.
So
he said it,
and I like I said, I like Kulak. I think he's a great skater.
And
I think he's solid in his own end.
Very underrated.
I don't have an issue. Yeah, I think he's very underrated.
He said he was willing to come back, and Hughes said you're going to make him an offer.
Yeah.
Hughes said
I wouldn't mind having Brett
Kulak will make him an offer. Yeah.
I was sad when we traded him. I liked Brett Kulak. I really thought he was underrated. I really did.
As a cheap, experienced defenseman for a few seasons, Brett Kulak answers the bell perfectly.
Yeah.
You don't break the bell.
And he's on the right side at 30. He's 28. So it's, you know what I mean?
It's not going to be a long-term deal. But that might be the reason he doesn't sign. I imagine maybe he doesn't want to sign for only 2-3 seasons, But I don't think you sign him for much longer than that.
And I think it could also help, if you bring him in, because he knows the culture in Montreal. Like, he could help with the young guys, too, like with that.
No, exactly.
You know
He can. No, but that's true. He can help the young guys. He's that experienced guy that they're talking about that won't break the bank. That you can put out there, you can rely on,
Yeah.
And he won't break the bank. So you're saving money on your cap, and you can move Petrie, and it, it makes a difference. So yeah, and like I said, Hughes has said, I heard him twice say that he's going to make an offer if Kulak hits the open market. So I expect they'll make him an offer today. Will he take it? I mean, I don't know. He might get better offers elsewhere.
Could. But no, I'd welcome Kulak back with open arms. I love the guy. I always like the guy.
He's on the thumbnail. I put Dubois and Kulak because that's two big rumors. I thought people would be attracted to.
Yeah, and look, I've always thought Kulak was arguably one of the best skating defensemen that we had.
He's
I mean,
underrated, I think.
to me, that was one of his best skills. I always thought he was a
skater.
really good skater.
He's a
really
good
good skater.
Which fits, it fits the mold they're looking here. He's a guy that can play fast, skates well. That's kind of mold they want.
Good on his edges. I mean, he's really good on his edges.
Yep. Yeah, I think they'll make an offer. And Kulak, I think there's a good chance Kulak will want to come back to play for Marty St. Louis. Which is another thing. I don't know if I said this when Marty was hired. I think before he resigned, if he works out, he's the kind of guy going to make people want to come here to play for him. It's already happening. The players are talking about it. That that's one of the aspects of them coming to Montreal is Marty St. Louis. So you'll see that is true.
Rick, Lane Hutson just went coast to coast in development camp and destroyed the Habs.
I'm telling you, listen, I didn't see a lot, but you know what?
I'm tagging you in the clip right now.
Yeah,
Holy
no problem.
smokes.
I guess we all have that. When we see a guy we really like, you can lock on him really quick. There's guys that I see and I can make a quick decision that, these are the real deal. Lane Hutson's one of those guys. You can see this kid is the real deal. It's just his size, and does he get an opportunity? I think that's it. But does he have the talent? Oh my God, this kid looks really talented.
Him and and whoever the forward was, he was on Team White because they're doing white versus red. In the scrimmage.
Just the goalies.
It was him. He was back, made a play to get the puck in the D zone, and then him in the center went boom and flew up the end. He left it off to the center, and then he created a little bit of space, just went around one of the red D men, and was right there to tap the puck in.
Fast and skilled hockey. This is exciting. That's what makes it exciting. This is what they're building, and Hudson fits right in there. So I don't even think his size is going to hold him back. I heard someone describe him as he's everything Victor Mete wasn't, or that we hope Victor Mete would be. Hudson is already everything of that. Let's get back to the boys here. Jack Newell, hey Jack. Montreal makes moves for cap space today. Yeah, I think they might make the moves to make the space and then maybe use it up even. So we'll see. So far, am I ever down? Hey, Kelly. Good afternoon, Kelly. Been a while.
How we doing, Kelly?
Hope all is well there, Kelly. And I hope you're enjoying the hat.
I honestly, part of me really wants the Habs to get Dubois. Because, when was the last time we could really say we were loaded down the middle?
I don't disagree with you, but I just have a little trepidation.
No, I do too. Believe me, I do too.
No, as far as what you're saying, have three talents like that down the middle. I mean, you win being strong down the middle.
All 24 that's about younger, as strong. All 24 or younger, too. I mean, come on.
Yep. I think it's going to be pretty. I like what they're building here in Montreal. I really like it.
And if that happens,
Samsonov was confirmed.
What is it here?
Samsonov, it was confirmed apparently. I don't know. Was it up in the air?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, just sorry. If you look at Edmonton and Toronto, they both tanked in multiple years and have stockpiled tons of picks, which has pushed them up the standings. Montreal needs to keep adding the best talent available. I get it, but they don't talk like they are now. Would they talk like that anyway? But I mean, even their moves and stuff, it doesn't show me that they're looking like they want to tank. Like I said, if they trade Allen, that'll be my signal. Then I'll say, I think they might be tanking. Other than that, no. Oh, here we go. I think we might have got the name. Kenny B's got it. Slafzilla.
I
like that one. That one I like best so far. Kenny B, so far you got the best one. Slafzilla from the slot.
You know what was crazy too? That conditioning coach who was the woman who was looking at the result, looked at it and was like, "Holy shit!"
I think the guy can move his legs pretty freaking good.
Oh my God! Well, I said, I fear for anybody who's in the way when he gets chugging.
If that's what I mean. That from some of the scouting reports I saw him. I mean, that's if he gets an open runway, they call it. He is gone. And that's where he did most of his damage. And he'll go deep, too. He'll hang on to the puck till the trailers get in their spots and then pass. Like, he's creative.
Mm-hmm. And I guess he did a lot of that in some of the scrimmages or whatever in development camp. He's already, you were saying earlier.
Yeah. He looked really good there, I got to tell you. I didn't see the scrimmages. Scrimmages today, I don't even think they're doing a scrimmage today. They're not doing any scrimmages this year.
Well, obviously they are, because Lane Hutson went coast to coast.
No, but that's practice. Like, they're not having a game like they did every.
Oh yeah, no.
They're not doing that. I mean, that's the scrimmage. They're just doing.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know why though. It doesn't. I don't know why.
Yeah, man. You're gonna know you've been hit by Slafzilla.
Slafzilla. Now Mishar, because it won't work. Laser Mazer won't, because it's Mishar. That's how it's pronounced, Mishar. So we gotta go. What? Gotta come up with something that rhymes with Mishar. Ushar, Mishar, Wishar. Take it easy, David. You didn't drop in late, actually. It's just actually officially getting started for the
Samsonov. It's a 1-year deal, $1.8 million.
So, Surabaya, you're not late because we're here for, I figure, another couple of hours.
Giroux, 3-year deal to the Senators, 6.5 AAV.
See, now they're starting to come in fast and furious.
Both from, one from Saravelli, one from LeBron.
Jeremy, JD, I don't know. I don't know why people are really lining up Slafzilla with Kirby, Doc. I don't see that. Maybe to start the season, but no. I think Slafkovsky is going to be on line with Nick and Cole. I really do. I think second line is Doc, Anderson, and maybe eventually a guy like Mishar. I don't know who now. Hoffman, if he's still here. Drouin's going to still be here. So I think that's the second line right there. That's my opinion. Listen, you're entitled to yours, and yours might work out. I don't know. I could be full of shit, but I don't think that's their plan, though, is to have Slav on the second line or have Nick as the second line guy. Nick's the first line center. He's not going to be second line. 15 to the no. Doors are open wide now. That's how behind I am on these. I'm going to jump ahead, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to jump ahead I'm going to jump ahead to Kelly. Hey, Kelly. Well, first I'm going to say hi to Lucifero. Hey, Lucifero. No, not a new house, just a new room in the house. I switched the studio to a bigger room. Dubois. It's not Dubois. Oh, Dubois. Dubois. Well, I don't know. How do you spell that? Is that just a typo? Must be just a typo. I thought you were going for Dubas for some reason. We lost Matt for some reason. Dubois wanted to be a Hab, not a Jet. I don't see a problem with that. I mean, I guess it is what it is. I don't know how they're going to pay for it, but Kelly, PLD, and Andy, teammates in Columbus and very good friends as well. There's another good point that I didn't even put together. If you get Dubois, yeah, Andy's playing with Dubois more than likely. More than likely, Andy's playing with Dubois. So. Brent Burns trade to Carolina close to being finalized. Jack Campbell to Oilers. Official 5 years, $25 million. Victor Olofsson re-signs with Buffalo. 2 years, $9.5
million.
Claude Giroux now is showing up.
To the Lightning.
The Claude Giroux one's just showing up for me. Giroux to Ottawa, 3 years at $19.5 million.
Brendan Smith to the Devils, 2 years, $1.1 million AAV.
So what we have here is
back to Tampa.
Matt's on the East Coast. I'm like on the West Coast. I get it a little bit later than he does. I don't know why I'm getting it so late here. That's what she said last night. Really hoping we move Dadonov and Petrie today. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Dadonov goes. Free agent day always leads fans to think their team is just one superstar away from a cup. For a team like Montreal, the reality is they need to continue to acquire, develop young talent. Yes, but player like Dubois, who's only 24, I think there's, like I was saying earlier about the age, I agree with you for older UFAs, but if a guy is young, I think he fits in. Oh, what happened?
Something with Carolina. Mason Marchment.
Oh, Mason Marchment moved. Where's that noise coming? You have a fan blowing on your microphone?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll move back a little bit.
Thank you. Still kind of hear it a little bit. It's either that or you're breathing really hard.
And I'm not even joking about that, Rick, what I just texted you. We might actually be able to get that.
You don't want to announce it to people? What's going on? Oh. Yeah, I'll get in touch with them soon, and we'll work on that.
Maybe throw it on a T-shirt or something.
Yeah, nice. No, can't do that though.
No, I know.
Because there's going to be copyright to that. His likeness, I can't use his likeness. That's a big. I can't use the logo even for any of my merch.
We can use the word though. No.
The word probably, yeah. Unless I don't know, unless somebody copyrights it, trademarks it. Let's see, Quid. I'll be honest with you, the lighting in here is better than the other room. If it were me, I would likely leave it similar to how it is now. Yeah, no, the lighting in here is not perfect. Unless if you didn't see, I had good lighting the last couple of weeks because of the lights, but no, this lighting is too dark. It's too dark. I need my other two lights in here. But I appreciate it. But yeah, don't worry, it'll get worked on. I'll get it set up where it's proper. I just did this yesterday, so I gotta take time to get it all ready. It would be nice for Kulak to return to Montreal, but he will stay for his hometown team. Apparently not. He's on the free agent market. So I don't know. From what I read this morning, no, he's not. Probably not going back. But maybe. It wouldn't surprise me or shock me if Oilers end up signing him again. But I don't know. Joseph, I don't think Slafkovsky will end up there. And let's see what happens with a guy like Dubois if we end up with him. Let's see what they do, because that'll tell more who's going to be where. Renegade Man, hope Habs don't go after PLD until he hits free agency. It's not worth giving up assets to give to the Atlanta Thrashers for him. You were saying that he's an RFA coming up, so I don't know which.
He's an RFA right now. I mean, we'd basically be trading for his rights. They qualified him, but he hasn't signed anything.
I want to check on that.
Go to Cap Friendly. He's an RFA. He hasn't.
I thought he was an RFA next season.
This year, right now.
I thought it was next season.
So,
very honest with you,
they can acquire his rights, and then if he commits long term. That's the thing. That's really if he commits long term, then I'm not going to complain.
Why is it I can never
Plus,
find
he's got that history with Anderson. I guess he and Anderson are really good buddies. They played on the line together.
Well, yeah. I mean, you'd think that would probably work. Let me see now.
Justin Schultz to Seattle. 2 years, $3 million AAV.
Matt the Man is right. Pierre-Luc Dubois is an RFA for this season. So
they qualified him, so he keeps his RFA status, but he hasn't signed anything. So they would trade for his rights.
Yeah, so I mean, just saying that RFA, UFA, I mean, in this situation, there's not a ton. So they'd have to trade to get his rights, but it's like in a way. But okay, if it was UFA, they have to give up nothing to sign him. I get that, but if that's well, listen, you know what? This goes in line with what I was saying, where I don't think they're looking to tank. I think if they can make these deals, they're looking to speed up their rebuild as quickly as possible with good, solid hockey moves. And this would do that. So I guess that's
Would
why
the French part of the
it
fan
would
base
make
would be
sense.
happy with the Quebecois
Right. So I think they'd
player?
be willing to give up assets to get him because of the fact that it would speed up
Yeah, I think it speeds the rebuild up by at least a year.
yeah.
Because if you
Yeah.
say they waited because I think honestly, if they get him, and now you're loaded down the middle, if these prospects start reaching their potential in a year,
Right.
maybe 2 years, I think we're on the cusp of a playoff spot. I do. So I think it speeds the rebuild up by at least a year.
How insulated could a guy like Joshua Roth have this upcoming season if you have PLD and Anderson on his line?
I know.
Right?
Oh my
No,
god.
but listen, do you
Caulfield
not
too.
think
Oh my god. If anybody tries to mess with them, they're
no,
gonna
I know
die.
that. No, but I'm talking for second line, right?
Yeah.
We haven't mentioned Roth, not once, but there's a possibility this kid makes the jump this year. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but they're going to take a look at him strongly, and if he's talented enough to make the jump, you're insulating him with, a couple of pretty good NHL bodies there. So, who knows how they're thinking? I don't know. I think there's a lot of options here.
I can tell you one thing: we got friggin' big.
Yeah,
Especially if we bring in Dubois. Holy smokes! The average height of the team goes up about 5 inches.
I think the tanking, the thought of tanking and all, I think that was last season. I don't think they're thinking that at all this year. I really, really don't. I don't think they're thinking about tanking. From everything I've seen in the talk, I really don't. I think that they'd be happy to not finish in the bottom and even be out of the running for Bedard. I think they'd still be happy if they made that kind of a leap with the talent that they're bringing in.
Oh yeah, but Rick, if we get PLD, the average height of the team goes up about 5 inches.
Right, and for anybody thinking, well, it's it's free agents and this and that. How long does that last? That's the key of the age. We're talking about young guys. These guys will be here for a long time. So you're looking at, and as something Hughes said, they want to make these changes, but they want that to have sustainability over a long period of time. And that's what all this says to me is that's what they're doing. So if this works, we're going to have a team that is going to be a contender for a long time.
Gonna be a way different. We're gonna have a way different team.
Right. This is a long-term solution, no Band-Aid solutions here.
Oh man. It's gotta be fun watching a team that actually has guys over 6 feet, like consistently.
Well, more than one on offense and one on defense is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Multiple
players of over 6'2".
We're gonna have California Redwoods skating up and down the ice.
Yep, like legitimately, we're gonna have.
It's gonna be a much different team.
Habit Nation, your nicknames can be your very own. You're right. JFed said scrimmage is announced and lines already posted, so they will be having a scrimmage. Kenny B, I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs, but I think if that's the result of this season, they'll be happy with it. I don't think they're specifically trying to make the playoffs this season, but I think they're trying to make significant improvements and cut their rebuild time by, to me, a good year or two. Beba, we announced that one. Campbell, 5 years, $5 million to Edmonton. So Campbell got what he wanted from Toronto. He got it from Edmonton.
Sounds like Nick Leddy going to stay in St. Louis on a 4-year deal. No AAV yet.
4 years for Leddy. How old is Leddy? Isn't he 30, 31?
He's got to be.
Got to be at least that, right? Joseph, I guess that's a way to put it. He said for Hutson, instead of being big boned, he's small boned. It's really the age of the bones. I never really heard about this before, but listen, he had medical paperwork to prove that he's not making it up. Listen, if it happens and he does grow, great. It doesn't take away or add to his skill, which is tremendous. It'll just enhance it if he grows.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Lucifero, thanks. Yeah, I mean, slowly and but surely there'll be things added, and it'll come along. I just don't know where I'm going with it yet. Because where the Koivu shirt is, that's my bathroom. I have a bathroom.
Nick Leddy's 31.
31. I said 31. 30 or 31. So
yeah.
Campbell going to take the Oilers over the hump. Well, you know what, Jack? Definitely better than having Smith and Koskinen. I don't know that he'll be the thing to win a cup, but Campbell, I mean, he's a good goalie. It's an improvement. Whatever you want to say, Campbell to the Oilers is an improvement for them. That's my opinion. Slavzilla is good, but I still like Slafkovsky. So you call him Slafkovsky. I think we'll understand. Just Slav. That's all you got to say. Wolverine. Oh my God, been forever. How's it going, buddy? Thank you. It's not complete. I just moved into this room yesterday, so yeah, I'm not done yet. Do I see Dubois' job on the line if Matt Murray doesn't work? I'd rephrase that and say, do I see Dubois' job on the line when Matt Murray doesn't work out? Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a gamble and a half. I mean,
and
it really
Shanahan
is.
And Keefe, that's it. All their jobs are on the line this year. Whether or not Matt Murray even, like to me, whether or not Matt Murray, whatever they did, their jobs were on the line this year for how they did in the playoffs. So this is even more so because they won't make the playoffs. I say that. I'm going to say it's in my mind, 99.9% certain that Toronto does not qualify for the playoffs. Now, they did get Ilya Samsonov, so it depends on how that usage is. When I made my prediction, they hadn't gotten Samsonov, so it depends on how much they have to rely on Murray.
Yeah.
Right?
But like even still, they're like I said, I mean Samsonov had like an 896 save percentage last year, so they combined save and Murray had an 888.
And
so
listen,
combined save percentage is like an 890.
Is garbage, and Murray's making starter money, so I don't know that he's not the starter because he's making almost 5. Samsonov's not going to be making 5, so it depends on how.
No, Samsonov's only making like a hair. He's making a hair under $2 million.
Right. So I mean, it looks like Murray's the starter. If Murray's the starter, they're not going to the playoffs. That's my opinion. So yeah, Wolverine, to answer your question, I think even before Murray, though, Dubois' job is on the line this year.
Yeah, and look, it's funny too because I actually watched Steve Dangle's video when they brought Murray in, and he kind of agreed with what you and I have been saying. If the Maple Leafs fail again this year, it could be the beginning of the end of the Matthews era. He said that in his video.
Could be. Matthews is gone in 2 years. We know this. His contract is up, and he is not coming back to this shit show, even though he's a big part of it. He's not. Would you come back to that shit show? And listen, what was the goalie said? No, I'm Gibson. No, I'm not going to Toronto. Don't trade me there. No, I don't want to be a Leaf. So no, Matthews is getting out no matter what he says about the city, how much he loves it. He wants out. I guarantee you, he wants out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, that's my opinion. Am I right? I think I'm 99.9% right. I'm sure of myself. Possibility I'm not. I don't know the guy. Thank God I don't know that guy. But he's got to want out of that shit show over there. JFed, Toronto will be a top 3 in the division. Bottom 3. I mean, that's fine. You think that, but I'm just saying I think Toronto out of the playoffs. So nope, not top 3 in the division.
I honestly think Ottawa and Toronto might be fighting for one of the wild card spots. I really do. That's kind of my gut feeling right now.
I think at best Toronto fights for a wild card.
Because I think Toronto's still uber talented offensively. I think their defense is fine. But man, they're gonna have a hard time keeping the puck out of the net. That goal, it's gonna come down to the goalies. If the goalies don't perform, then they are in big trouble.
This is Toronto's problem. It's been their problem forever, and it's still their problem. What they're missing a big piece, and it's a really important piece, and it's right here. They don't have heart. If Matthews is your guy, as your big guy, You have nothing here. You're not going to win.
Kevin Rooney to Calgary, 2-year deal, $1.2 million AAV.
I still just got Thomas Greiss here. That's how far back I am. What the hell, man?
Giroux is in the TSN studio.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised, but Giroux's from Ottawa area, isn't he?
Yeah, he has a house in Ottawa.
Yeah. Okay, so
I picked Ottawa. I honest to God, I picked Ottawa. You can ask my buddies. I've been saying it for about a week.
No, I think I remember
Ottawa.
that. No, I remember.
I picked Ottawa.
And you know what, though? I mean, he waited to see some of the moves they're making. They're making some good moves there, and I think that cemented it.
I don't have an issue with any of the moves Pierre Dorian's made. I really don't.
He's making some good moves. If I'm Giroux,
he's cooking with the gas on high heat.
If I'm Giroux, I'm signing over there, too. They made some good moves. It's not a shitty team anymore. It's not a laugh-at team anymore.
No, I think they have a shot at making a wild card spot. I really do. Especially if they add another piece, either a top 4 D-man or another forward.
Yep.
I think they got a real shot at making a wild card spot.
They
still don't like Tim Stützle because he dives, but still an
maybe
player.
Giroux will tell him, hey, kid, stop that shit. Like now, stop that shit. And we're not going to put up with it anymore. Yeah. Or they like it. I don't know. I wouldn't like that, having a player that dives like that.
And I mean, but that's the only thing that I have a knock on him, because Tim Stützle he's uber talented offensively, but the diving's got to stop.
He takes away from that by being a diver. You want to dive? Go to the swimming pool.
Curtis Lazar to Vancouver, 3-year deal, $1 million AAV.
What do Toronto Maple Leafs have in common with the fall season? Leafs start to fall. I don't know. That one doesn't hit me there, buddy. Good try, though. The Leafs don't respect goalies. That jumped. Where was that? Oh. The last cup had a goalie that was 43. In other words, they've never really been strong. It's never been their strongest point since I guess, was that Johnny Bauer, Terry Sawchuk? I'm not sure that was back in the day. Was Bauer and Sawchuk? It was in 67.
2-year deal, Kevin Rooney. LeBron had to make a correction.
Hey, that one came up as you that's up on my board. How did that happen? 2 years, $2.4 million, so 1.2 AAV. He's 29, shoots left. He's a center.
Curtis Lazar to Vancouver, so the Bruins lose another center.
Yeah, well, you just said that. You just announced that one.
Did I? I didn't know if I said Lazar. So the Bruins now, in terms of center, have Charlie Coyle and Charlie Coyle.
As a center.
That's it. That is it.
Go Bruins, go.
Center, I think.
I don't mind. I hope Bruins and Leafs finish out of the playoffs.
Unless Bergeron resigns, but I guess he can't.
He might be looking at it and going, no.
I read something today because last night I read that the deal was done and that they were going to announce it like early today. And then I read something today that Bergeron's still contemplating retirement and that, nothing's committed yet. And I don't think Krejci resigns unless Bergeron resigns. So if they can't get the two of them, they're kind of up Shit's Creek without a paddle.
Yep.
Because now they have no centers.
Yep.
Because they traded Hala for Daka, so they traded a center for a wing. They have literally no centers right now, except for Charlie Coyle.
Bob makes a good point. I don't understand how the Habs will move up in the standings without overhauling the defense. Petrie and Savard are clueless in their own end. Savard was brutal. The entire decor were a combined 100. But they're going to be playing, I think at least 3 of the kids. Goalie will be coming in. I think that's going to be improved over Savard. Savard will still be here, though. That's a good point. Defense is probably what's going to hold them back in the end. But the young guys are going to get a lot of experience, and it's only good for the future. So I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, another big name off the board. Vinny Trocheck to the Rangers on a 7-year deal.
Trocheck to the Rangers.
David Yerchek signed his ELC with Columbus.
I'm not surprised. Calgary might be in the same situation as Toronto, depending on Gaudreau and Tkachuk if they sign. From what I understand, if they can't sign Gaudreau, which they're not going to sign him, they might have to get rid of Tkachuk. He's going to be an RFA. He's an RFA, I think. So I don't know I don't know how that works, but yeah, I mean, Calgary's in some problems. Kelly says, used to be a fan of Felix the Cat Potvin back in the day. Great goalie. Yeah, I mean, Potvin was a good goalie. I mean, you say great. I mean, he wasn't a Johnny Bauer, Terry Sawchuk, but I mean, he was good. He was good.
As of right now, the Bruins' top 2 centers are Charlie Coyle and Nick Foligno.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere, man.
And then you get Craig Smith, and then you got I guess Thomas Nosek. You can play at center.
No, so their window's closed now. They
really don't have any centers.
No, their windows.
They don't. Most of those guys, and too, like Foligno, they play in the wing. Nosek, I think they do play at center. Smith, I think they play in the wing. So, and they're all over 30. They're all on the wrong side of 30. So I don't know what the hell they're doing there, but they don't have any centers.
Xavier Ouellet got signed by the Penguins? Really? Wasn't he the captain in Laval?
I think so. Yeah, no, I think he was. I mean, at the end of the day, though, we have so many defensive prospects.
Yeah, I know it's not. He was never going to make. He wasn't going to make a difference up here. Matthews will never play for a Canadian team. It's either Toronto or any American team. Yeah, preferably Arizona. I think he wants to go back home to Arizona. No, that's Oklahoma. But yeah, I think that's where he's going to end up. Without Sherratt and Romanov, the Habs will have to utilize several of the rookies. Yep. And that is not a recipe for a team pushing to make the playoffs. See, you got me wrong, though, Bob. I didn't say they're pushing to make the playoffs. But what I said was I don't think they're tanking. I think they possibly could make the playoffs. I didn't say that they're pushing to make the playoffs, though. So I'm sorry if you got that, but that's not what I'm saying.
No, but they'll play the young guys to develop them, get them that experience.
But the young guys, yeah, they've already said it. The young guys are going to be
no problem. I don't have a problem with that. Let them get the experience. Let them get it now.
I think Goalie, but Barron and I think Harris are both going to play, and then whoever else. So we'll see. But yeah, young guys are going to get the chance on the back end and in front too. So no, they're not going to make the playoffs based on. I think I agree on that. Too many rookies or too many young guys on the team. So it's not what I said, but I think that there's a possibility. Depending on injuries on other teams and stuff like that, Montreal makes the playoffs, but I don't think so. But I think they want to be up there as opposed to being on the bottom. That's what I think. That they're not thinking about tanking that way. BL says, Rick, you must be happy with the Pezzetta deal. Yes, Mike Pezzetta. I'm calling him Mike now because he's made the team. Habs fan favorite Mike Pezzetta signs a 1-year, one-way contract. A one-way, which means I expect Mike Pezzetta on the fourth line with Montreal for $750,000. He earned it and deserves it. And I said, way to go, Mike. So I was going to report on this.
Nicholas Aube-Kubel, 1-year deal for $1 million to the Leafs.
Oh, I got Robert Thomas. 8 years, $65 million with St. Louis. Re-signed. 8.1 for Robert Thomas. It's weird. Every time I hear that guy's name, when we were living in Dorval, my kids were growing up on Pine Beach. 2 of the neighbor kids that my kids played with were Robert and Thomas. So every time I hear this kid's name, Robert Thomas, I think of those 2 kids. Okay, interesting story, but only for me, I guess. Any news on price? Nope. Only news on price I have is prices are going up everywhere. That's the only price news I have. So not going to make the playoffs this year. No, I don't expect them to, Bob. I don't at all. Hey, I got to the bottom. Wow. Sherratt was already gone. Romy cannot put the puck in the net. Goalie will easily replace Romy and an offensive upside. Yeah, I think Goalie makes the team this year and doesn't look back. I really do. I think he's that kind of a quality. It's only what?
Caden
It's
Goalie?
only 12:30. Yeah, Caden Goalie.
I agree.
What time is there an official shut time? Like this closes at what time?
6.
We're not staying till 6. We're staying here till about 2. I have to go ride my new scooter. No, it's not new, but my scooter. I got to go get some stuff at the store, so I have to go out this afternoon.
Oh, actually, no. I don't think it really does close. I think free agency opens today, and then it's until
True. It's not really what I meant by that it closes, but I mean, what time do they usually stop all this stuff?
Not until like tonight. So there'll still be news tonight.
Yeah, no, I know it's not like what are we thinking of? It's the
trade deadline.
Trade deadline when there's that cutoff, right? Free agency, there's no cutoff. There's no cutoff for free agency. You're a UFA. You could be a UFA going into next season.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. It's true. I think I was conflating with that. Oh well. It's me.
Renegade man. I have no idea.
Bob.
Right now, their top 2 centers are Charlie Coyle and Nick Foligno, unless Bergeron and Krejci come back. So that's not a good sign.
Well, they'll probably trade Pasternak. I mean,
if they can't bring back Krejci or Bergeron, I think they have to go into rebuild mode because they're gonna be missing like 3 or 4 big pieces for like the first 4 months of the year. So that's why I think they're a candidate to possibly regress, and I really believe that.
Kelly, do I have to sing like while you're working out so like it's music and because I don't think I can do that. Kelly's listening to us while she works out. Awesome. I think I saw porn like that. Just a joke, Kelly. TV coverage stops at 6. That must be what I was talking about. But free agency goes until season. And if you don't sign, I mean, you're a free agent going into the season if you didn't sign, so it doesn't stop.
Vinny Trocheck
with Colorado.
Vinny Trocheck, 7-year deal at $5.625 million AAV with the New York Rangers. Good
money for Trocheck. He did well.
Yeah. I like Vinny Trocheck. I've always liked Vinny Trocheck.
Trocheck's one of those Lehkonen kind of players. You need guys like that to win cups. They're the kind of guys that are in your lineup. Like wasn't he with Tampa, the first of the 2? Trocheck's won a cup.
No. He was with Florida for a bit.
Florida, okay.
Then he went to Carolina. Then he was in Carolina for a couple of years. Yeah. Now he's with the Rangers.
Anyway, but he's that type of a guy, you know. He's that, you know, middle 6 kind of guy.
Yeah.
So Trocheck, 7 years, 5.63. Wow. I'm a little surprised with some of the numbers, like Robert Thomas, 8.1 AAV. That's a lot of money. I mean, teams are like up against the cap. What's with this? Renegade man, no, I agree with you. I'm not saying they will. As I said, I'm just saying that their mindset, I guess that's what I mean, is their mindset isn't about tanking. Their mindset is to get better and to push this rebuild as far along as they can. You know, speed it up. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like so many hockey fans only watch like a select few hockey games a year. Because there's Rangers fans under the Trocheck announcement saying that the Rangers are going to take a step back now, and it's like, no. Have you ever watched Vinny Trocheck play hockey? Like he's gonna be a dynamite center for that team.
He was with the Canes, and they probably don't like him because of that.
Oh, but like still, it's like Vinny Trocheck's a great hockey player. Like, I think he's gonna be really good for the Rangers.
Oh, I'm sure he will be.
Love Vinny T.
How old is he? Like, signed 7 years.
He's only like 26 or 27.
I think. Okay. Yeah, that's not so bad.
Vinny Trocheck is 28.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to talk about this way. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna run off of you guys, so you guys got to keep me going. So keep the comments coming. Give a comment, give a thumbs up. My camera's not there, Rick. Give it. Hey, everybody. Uh, my camera. I don't even know what I'm saying now. Give a thumbs up if you're having a good time. Yeah, I don't know what else. Guys, subscribe if you haven't already. I say it often enough. You think I wouldn't stumble on those things, but I do sometimes.
My buddy Alex just sent me this. Johnny Gaudreau was vocal in his desire to go to the Flyers, but Chuck Fletcher wouldn't make the moves necessary to make it happen.
What's funny about that? I don't get it.
Because Chuck Fletcher was too stubborn to trade JVR's contract.
Yeah, well, is stubborn to trade it, or he couldn't find anybody to take it?
Oh, he found people to take it. He just wouldn't agree on the price.
Or was it Montreal? I know with Montreal, was it Montreal said, "Oh, we got to take that"? No, maybe not.
No, people agreed to take it. He just didn't want to. I think they wanted. They have a pick in the 2024 draft. Is it the Panthers? It's a first round pick, and I think teams wanted that to take the salary, and he wouldn't budge on it. But I mean, you're bringing in Johnny. You're making room to bring in Johnny Gaudreau, so it's like,
yeah, maybe you do that,
and you're still keeping your first round pick for this upcoming draft. So to me, I think it would have been a no brainer because I think it elevates the Flyers. But Chuck Fletcher's an idiot. My buddy Alex is well, to put it mildly, he wants Chuck Fletcher in the sun, vaporized.
Vaporized.
He's not happy at all. He's pissed.
He hasn't made. I mean, he's made some questionable moves in the last couple of seasons. That's
he brought in Tony. I'm excited to see Tony DeAngelo versus John Tortorella.
Yeah, that should be interesting too. Yeah, I know. DeAngelo, third. He's gonna like move every year though. He doesn't He doesn't stick around lately.
No.
Anyways, 3 teams in 3 years. No. I don't like that guy. Everybody knows. BL knows. He's on my list. Tony DeAngelo. Leafs are panicking with their goaltending. Panicking? Leafs are, I don't know. They're killing themselves with their goaltending. Not a great year for finding goalies. So
Andrew Kopp to the Red Wings. 5 years, $5.625 million AAV.
Yep. He's how old? 28. Yeah. That could work pretty good. Damian Lillard just signed for 2 years in the NBA. Oh, what am I talking about NBA? Don't do that, BL. It's hockey here.
Steve Yzerman bolstering up the Red Wings.
Yeah. All right. What's the Gaudreau prediction? Jersey or Philly?
New Jersey. It's New Jersey. Yeah. Philly doesn't have the cap room right now unless they make a trade like right now.
Yeah.
To get JVR's contract out of town, but Chuck Fletcher's an idiot.
Yeah. You got. I mean, what do you expect? You got to give something to get rid of that contract.
No, and it's funny. The what I was reading, one of the I think was it the ESPN panel, Kevin Weeks. They're doing like their own free agency thing, and they were like, "Yeah, the Devils right now are foaming at the mouth because they're gonna get him because the Flyers are stupid. They wouldn't cave to move the contract because he's been vocal. I mean, he's from South Jersey, so right on the border with rear Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know.
He's been vocal. He wants to go play with the Flyers, and Chuck Fletcher's like, "Nah, I don't want to give up.
I don't want a really good player.
I don't want a good player to turn the team's fortunes around."
Yeah, I don't want a good player to replace Giroux. Why would I want a good player to replace Giroux? Where am I? Ottawa's having a great week. Oh, geez, I'm realizing I must have gone backward. Oh, yeah, I went backward because I hit the bottom. Yeah, I guess all the interest is out now. There's still some big names out there. Who's still out there?
Goudreau, Klingberg.
Klingberg's still out there.
Darcy Kemper's still out there.
Oh yeah, Darcy Kemper. I thought he'd have signed by now.
Whoops. Who else? There's still names. Let me go look.
Yeah, this is one of those years where the big names are not
Phil Kessel, Radulov,
and big names.
PK.
I thought
Subban.
I heard Radulov wants to go back to the KHL though.
He might then. PK Subban.
Subban to Montreal. No.
Andre Palat's still out there.
Palat, yeah, he's testing.
Max Domi, Nito Niederreiter, Andrei Berkovsky, Riley Smith, Nazem Kadri.
There's some big names still out there.
David Perron.
You know what it says, eh? The teams don't have the money.
Paul Stastny. Ben Chirot's still out there. I think he'd be a solid D-man wherever he goes.
Yeah, the teams don't have the money. This is what it's saying. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired.
Dylan Strome is still out there. I know the Canadiens were linked with Dylan Strome for a little bit.
Yeah, that was the name. That's the other name they're linked with today, Dylan Strome.
Michael Del Zaster.
They're not getting Del Zotto, no.
No, God no. Brain Holtby, but it sounds like he might retire. Cody Eakin's still out there.
I heard Holtby's gonna.
Cody Eakin wouldn't be a bad depth center, but
I heard
not on our team,
Holtby,
but on a different
Holtby's
team.
going to retire. I don't think it's a might. I think he's retiring.
Yep. Oscar Lindblom.
Yeah, that was part of the get rid of both of them. I thought they were trying to get rid of both Riemsdyk and Van Riemsdyk and Lindblom.
It's funny. The
Ray.
Flyers don't. The Flyers.
Sorry.
It's fine. No, I'll let Ray get her opinions out there. It's fine. After they bought out Lindblom, they donated $100,000 in his name to a cancer charity to kind of save face a little bit after cutting him.
Oh, they bought him out?
Yeah, they bought him out.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, It was a buyout. They waived him to buy him out, and they bought him out.
Yeah, I mean...
And, of course, that wasn't going to go over well, so they were like, hey, look, we're donating money to cancer. Look, it's not all bad.
If they feel he's making too much and his recovery is still going to be another probably season or two till he's fully, I guess, what are you going to do? You got to buy out a guy. So it means the buyout period is on. I didn't know when that was, but that must be there's a buyout period on right now. It's the second or third buyout.
Athanasiou and Domi to the Blackhawks.
Athanasiou and Domi. Domi to the Blackhawks?
Yep.
Oh, poor Max.
According to Scott Powers, he's a beat writer for the Atlantic covering the Blackhawks.
Poor Max. I thought he had a good season for Carolina last season. I'm glad he's off of Carolina, though. I like Max, and I'm glad he's off Carolina.
Ilya Lyubushkin to Buffalo.
Lyubushkin, that was the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, Lyubushkin was so good. They got him at the deadline, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Didn't he make some mistakes, if I remember, in that playoff series?
Yeah.
They got Obey Kubel, though, now, Toronto. Toronto's going to be okay. They got Obey Kubel.
So, I don't know why the Blackhawks will go after Athanasiou and Domi, because they're both like in their late 20s. Because
they're tanking. They're tanking. Domi, I mean, I'm not going to bet Athanasiou. Again, another team. They're trying to tank. Look at the moves they made. They just tore their team apart. It's a total rebuild, and they're hoping to get, 1, 2, or 3 pick next season. I think it's part.
I feel bad for Domi. Domi should have gone somewhere else.
Yeah, poor Domi having to go to another shitty team.
Yeah.
Nick Liddy just came up official now, 4 years, $16 million with St. Louis. This came up official, so they were talking about that he re-signed, but now it's official. Because you mentioned him earlier.
Yep.
So where are the big names?
I mean, there's still names out there. Goudreau's out there, Klingberg.
Some of the biggest names this year are out there.
Still the Thrill, PK Subban, the man.
PK. His brother signed today. Come on. Now, you think Montreal would sign him? You think they would sign him? I'm not saying that.
Honestly, if he and Gallagher can coexist, maybe. It'll be cheap, but maybe. $3 million AAV for Athanasiou and Domi.
I think there's enough excitement and all that built in already for next season. I don't think they need to add PK Subban to that to make the fans happy. That's the only reason I would see them doing it, is to kind of make the fans happy. But I think the fans are pretty happy right now.
Domi and Athanasiou, 1-year deals, $3 million, both of them.
So good, only 1-year deal for Domi. Well, so wait, Domi signed there, wasn't traded there.
No, he signed.
Oh, why would he do that?
I don't know.
Did his dad play in Chicago? Maybe he wants to play for all the original 6 teams.
I mean, in that case, he'd have to go to Toronto, but I would cry if he went to Toronto.
I don't think it would bother him. His dad was a big star there for many years. He grew up.
Yeah, but it's not like he's going to win anything over there.
No, but if your goal is to play for all the original 6 teams, you're not. It's not a goal to win a cup with all the original 6 teams, because that ain't happening.
Unless he comes back to the Habs in like 5 years, when he's like old and decrepit.
Yeah.
Labushkin's deal with Buffalo, 2 years, $2.75 million AAV.
Buffalo, you said?
Yep, Buffalo.
Love to see Kadri go to Winnipeg or Vancouver. I haven't heard anything about where he might go. I think he'll go to a team in the NHL. I'm pretty sure Kadri will go to a team in the NHL. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good guess. I actually do, on a serious note. I'm thinking Goudreau's going to be another member to the $11 million club. I think he's going to go to New Jersey, 7 years, 11 mil AAV. That's my gut feeling.
Too much money.
That's what I think they're going to offer him. That's my feeling. Could be a little less, could be around 9.5, but my gut feeling is that's what they're going to offer him.
Yeah, it's still too much. Who's Pickle? BL says, so with the Habs signing Pizzetto, what happens to Pickle? Who's that?
Pickle.
So BL, who's Pickle? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, Pitlick.
Pitlick. Oh, Pitlick is now a
he's a UFA.
UFA. They didn't qualify him. They didn't qualify him because if they qualified him, he would have arbitration rights. He would probably win an arbitration and get $2.5 million or something. And they don't have that in the budget. They'd like to have him at $1.5 million. So they could still sign Pitlick. They just didn't qualify him. So Pitlick's a UFA.
Yep. Letty's AAV is $4 million over 4 years.
4 times 4.
I don't know. I mean, Nick Letty is still serviceable, but I don't know.
His age.
He's old.
31, so it's
that's going to bring him to 35.
It's not horribly old though. So, and it's only $4 million. Not bad, really. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're right there.
Not horrible. Come on, guys. Need some more comments if we're going to stay here for not 2 more hours. I'm not going past 2 o'clock, though, because I have things to do today, too. Summertime keeps you busy. Besides, I haven't ridden my scooter for a couple of days. I want to ride my scooter. Ollie Mata, 1 year, 2.25 with Detroit.
Okay. That'll come up on my timeline shortly on Twitter.
Shortly? I'm going to come up on your timeline shortly. I'm not making fun of you, you know that.
Yeah, we know where I'm from. We get it. I talk funny.
Funny.
Habs is still quiet. Still could be a trade in the works. Who knows?
Yeah. And listen, they don't have to do it all today anyway, so.
Yeah.
I would think some of these moves that we're expecting, they're not easy to make because of the term, like, on Petrie's contract and stuff. So Not easy deals to make. Even though people are expecting them to happen, doesn't mean they're going to. So there's kind of that. Hawks got to move Seth Jones and his $9 million. They just shouldn't have signed him to a $9 million contract, if you ask me. That would have been a lot easier.
Yeah.
Didn't they just sign him like last year to that deal?
Yeah, can you imagine him going into a situation in Chicago? Now they're going, yeah, we're going to suck for a few years to rebuild.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe by the time your deal's over, we'll be good. Off the subject from Kelly. When do you think the Habs will announce their new captain? I was hoping at the draft. That's a good question. Let me think. What's upcoming? Probably to open up training camp, I would think. That's probably when we're going to get the announcement.
I think we're both in agreement. Suzuki should be the captain.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I think the A's go to Anderson, Gallagher, Edmondson, but I could be wrong. I know you kind of had a different...
I different, but they traded him away, so it's not him.
Yeah.
It would be odd if
you had Romanov, right?
It would be odd if he had DA for Montreal this season, but no, I think you're right. I think you're right. That makes sense. If I was saying Romanov, but he's gone, so then my next pick would be Edmondson. Yeah. So I don't think it kind of doesn't change, right? Anderson was wearing the A sometimes last year. Gallagher, long time wearing the A, and Edmondson was wearing the A last year as well. So I think
all three guys are more than deserving of it. I think they're all good leaders on the ice.
And you got 3 veteran leaders to back up the young Nick Suzuki. So guess what? Makes more sense to me even then. And everything I've heard about Nick Suzuki, players, ex-players that have left now, all say Nick Suzuki is captain material, and they expect him to be the next captain. So do I. So when, by training camp. When training camp opens, I think they'll name him. I would think if they didn't name him at the draft, I don't see any reason why they need to, on a slow day go, oh, Nick Suzuki's the captain. They're going to make some kind of a spectacle of it. So I would think September 26th, when the season starts, as far as preseason, that first game, I would kind of think Nick Suzuki comes out to face off with a C on his sweater, and they make the announcement there. How's that for a scenario? But I think without a doubt, Nick Suzuki's the next one.
BL Duff, according to Pierre Maguire, PLD is on the move. Renegade Man.
Okay, wait a second. I like Pierre Maguire, but how come nobody else is making fun of that? Because they always make fun of Maguire. So now that announcement's made and people like it, Maguire's okay? I don't get it. Seriously, for me, I like Maguire. I believe him. But so many people don't.
We have the trade for Brent Burns. It is official. The Carolina Hurricanes acquire Brent Burns and Lane Peterson from the San Jose Sharks in exchange for Steven Lorentz, goalie prospect Etu Makiniemi, and a conditional 2023 third-round pick. The Sharks retain 33% of Brent Burns' contract.
Salary dump, pure and simple for Sharks. Who'd they get back? Nobody.
Steven Lorentz and a goalie prospect and a conditional pick.
They got nobody back for Brent Burns. So they were dumping Brent Burns' salary, which they had to. They need money. They're in a money crunch over there. So that makes sense.
Carolina just got a hell of a lot better.
Their first pairing sure as hell did. How old is he, Burns?
32, 33. Ilya Mikheyev is no longer a Toronto Maple Leaf.
He must be happy.
Ilya Mikheyev to the Canucks, 4-year deal.
Oh, good. That's a good move for Canucks. Mikheyev's not bad. Mikheyev being a good middle six guy. And listen, he's got the taint of the Leafs, so better over at with the Canucks.
Yeah,
in
the
Montreal.
Hurricane, the one guy on their roster right now that they gave up is an RFA right now. In the Burns trade.
Oh,
And 33% of 8 million, what? A third of 8 million is what?
a third is 2 point something, 2.5,
So that's going to be like 6 million.
2.6,
And the Hurricanes
2.7.
have 19.3 in cap right now.
No,
So the
they're fine.
Hurricanes,
They're fine.
the Hurricanes are going to be nasty. I
They're
hate
gonna be
to
nasty, yeah.
say it, but they're going to be freaking
Defense.
good.
Yeah, I know. Listen. I don't like them, so I don't know everything about their team. But if defense was a problem for them, like they've got better.
It won't be anymore.
They've got better. Now, the thing is with Burns, though, only thing I would worry about is his age. Is like, some guys from one year to the next at that age, there's a huge drop off.
He's
That's
Brent
my only
Burns is
worry.
37 years old.
But I can't 37, so I hope. I like Brent Burns, like in general. I hope this is the year he has his first big drop off.
His contract is going to bring him to age 40.
I don't like Carolina, and I hope they made a big mistake here. Although they gave up nothing, so it's not a big. You know what? It's not a big risk for them because they didn't give anything back of import. So this actually for Carolina, good move, because if he doesn't hit, so what? They gave up nothing. Yeah, good move by them. I don't like saying
contract with the Canucks 4 times 4.75 mil.
I just came up on the board there. 4 years, 19.
I like that for the Canucks. I like McKayev. McKayev's not a bad player.
I think that's a pretty good pickup. Yeah, Ray, we're gonna go out soon. A little early for today. Domi took a pay cut there at $3 million.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, unless he's trying to play for the original 6 teams, I don't know why he'd sign in Chicago.
Well,
I mean, it's only a year, but
yeah, that's why. He wasn't getting any other offers. I mean, it's still early, but maybe he just wanted to be signed in somewhere now and not waiting all summer.
Yaroslav Halak to the Rangers, 1 year, $1.5 million.
So he's going to back up Shesterkin. Oh yeah, Georgiev. They sent Georgiev away.
Georgiev's on
that's decent. That's decent. As long as he's got it in him still. I don't know how old is Halak? He's got to be about
He's
40.
like 36. 37. Might be a little older.
I think he's older, actually. Wait a second. Price is no, you might be right about 36, actually. No, I think you might be right, because he was only a year or two older than Carey Price.
Yeah, so he's like 30, probably 37.
Yeah,
36, 37, because Price is what, 34?
Yeah, 34. Yeah, I think you might be right. Okay, so some interesting moves. You know what? The bigger moves are starting to come. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll come in and everything by 2, because I can't really go past 2 today. So we'll see. Let's hope. If not, well, I'll do a video about it tomorrow or something. If there's anything significant done by Montreal after our live stream's over. Let's see what it is being said here. Kelly says Suzuki is her choice for captain. He's an extraordinary young man, and definitely think Andy deserves that A. Well, Andy was wearing the A a lot last year. He was, when they were kind of rotating it. So it's not a surprise, and I agree, he deserves it. And Suzuki's going to get the captain. San Jose has 2 more defensemen they would love to get rid of also. Yes, they have. They're
not moving. I'm sorry. They're not going to move. They're not moving. What's his face? Erik Karlsson. They're not moving his $11.2 million.
Well,
yeah.
Who's taking that? And he's got what? 4 years left on that?
Ben Sherratt to the Red Wings.
Sherratt to the Wings. Petrie's not going to the Wings. You can take Petrie off that list. Not that they play the same side, but I don't think they're gonna get Petrie. The right side's not where they needed help. It was the left side, so that does not surprise me.
I was right on Halak too, 37.
37. So you were, yep, that makes sense. Yeah, I see it right now, as a matter of fact. For $1.5 million, yeah, that makes sense for Rangers.
Yeah.
The Sherratt deal's not up on my board yet.
I haven't seen it on Twitter yet, but my buddy Alex texted it to me, and I know where he gets his stuff, so I think it's legit. It should probably pop on my timeline in a minute. Shouldn't take long.
Quinn, you're probably right, but I don't have that technology to do that. I could sort of I guess I could put that screen up. I could share the screen and show you guys, but I don't want to run my screen share thing for the whole time. You're probably right, but that's why we're updating you. I guess I could show you the screen. Wait a second. Before I go and show you the screen, I gotta make sure I don't have any porn open, so you guys can see where I don't want to. Yeah, I could show you the screen. Let's see. Let's share. Let's share with you guys. I'm willing to share. Share screen. What we got. So this is what we got here. See, so there's the Halak deal. Mukayev. That is Athanasiou. Max Domi's deal. Labushkin, Ali Mata. There you go. You getting dizzy yet? No. I don't know. What do we do? You want me to show it? Just scroll up and down, sort of wave my hand in front of it like it's sexy and all that? No. I'm just joking. So there you go. There's the list of there. There you go. There's the list. Everybody see it? Look who got picked up. Look at that. Look at that list. Wow. Rick, you're being a freaking asshole. Stop it. There you go. When it gets updated somewhere, I'll do that again if I remember. Still, the big names have not dropped yet. Montreal has done nothing, so the predictions of them being kind of quiet have come true. Day's not over, and neither is free agency, obviously. But I kind of thought maybe to start, it would be like kind of a big bang there. Montreal would lead off with a couple of the moves they want to make, and it was going to go. So the rumors and so far the rumor of that they had a deal that they kind of made at the draft, but they were going to announce in a couple of days. I don't know. That didn't seem to come true. So Jeff Petry's still a member of the Montreal Canadiens.
Eric Comrie to Buffalo. That's the Jets backup.
Yeah, not a big thing. Nemesnikov to Tampa 1 year. That popped up on mine. Doesn't have any details. Just 1 year. He is a left shot player, 29. What's that?
This tweet. Toronto is the perfect team for Nicholas Aubé-Kubel. The cup won't get dented because the Leafs will never touch it. He fumbled it when they were going for the team pitcher in Colorado, and he dented the base.
Right. Yeah, definitely. He's not going to see the cup again. Definitely not. The Habs to be the worst Canadian team next season? It doesn't mean that's going to be how. I think Toronto's not going to be good. Oh, Quinn, yeah, no, I don't know. I've never used that kind of stuff, so not yet. Maybe one day I'll get into that technical stuff. Rick is still dealing with draft night. No, I'm not. Is it just my TV that's glitching? I don't know. What's your TV doing? Nick Bjugstad To Arizona, 1 year, no details. Like, why put that up there if you're not putting the details, TSN?
Oh my god, dude! All the tweets about NAK going to Toronto and making sure the cup doesn't get dented again is hilarious. This is another one because that's one way to ensure that it doesn't damage the cup next season. It's a reply to the announcement of Abi Kubel to Toronto. That's hilarious. I think it's the funniest fucking thing. I really do.
BL,
These are hilarious.
How am I in denial? I have no idea what you're talking about right now. So, no. If you're talking about that, we pick Slafkovsky, I'm perfectly okay with that now. I have no problem. That's not why I haven't done any videos or anything. I've been super busy, so I haven't been able to. I did the one, that was it. Sorry, but I'm really not sure what you're talking about. So you got me. What, Romanov? No. I mean, I'm over that. No. I'm over that. I understand where they're going with that. I like the direction they're going. You got to sacrifice things. The night of the draft, yeah, it was kind of. I was still in shock then, but not now. That's over. Josh Brown to Arizona, also 1 year, no details. Guys, get these freaking. Are they just re-signing their own people? Josh Brown and Bukestad, were they already in Arizona? No, it says UFA.
Frank Vetrano to the Anaheim Ducks, 3 years, $3.65 million AAV.
I don't see that one. Canucks re-signed Besser, but that was last week. Wasn't that last week? BL says Red Wings just signed Ollie Mata. He must be in his 50s now. I have no idea. I don't know much about Mata. Is he old? I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Patrick Kane gonna end up where? In hell. Oh, sorry. You meant like what team? I have no idea. Quinn says videos of Lane Hutson at camp today are great. Guy looks like a stud. Yeah, I mean Lane Hutson's he's gonna be a good prospect. Hopefully he'll hit. I mean, we don't know, but I mean this kid looks like the real deal. Just a little short. Yeah, I don't really care where Patrick Kane's gonna end up, Bill. Yeah, you know he's on my list. You know that. Yep. It's all I'm worth. A quick Kelly, are you still working? Kelly, you said like 3 hours ago you were working out. How long is your workout? I can't stop making you laugh. I'm happy I'm making you laugh. I appreciate that. I thought I've been actually pretty boring lately. So you're easy. And that's what he said last night. Yeah, I apologize. I'll try not to be very funny at all. I'll just talk very quietly like this. I will have no tonal inflection or no inflections in my. I don't know what I'm saying. You do a 70-minute workout? My God. You'd kill me in like 15 minutes. I'd be dead. That's it. 70-minute workout. Jeez. I don't even work for 70 minutes. Never mind workout. Oh, boy. Adam Gaudette to Toronto. 1 year, $750K.
No. Well, I'm glad he signed with the team. Sucks that he signed with Toronto.
Toronto.
He dropped
That's
off.
it.
He was really good at Northeastern when he was in college. I don't know what happened when he got to the pros. Just didn't translate.
Yeah, he's gonna. That's gonna make the difference for Toronto. They're gonna win the cup now. Adam Gaudette. Yep. Plus, you ride your bike for an hour and a half every night. Jesus, where do you get so much time? I wish I had that kind of time. No, that's good to be in shape. I mean, awesome. Actually, I'm just making fun, but I wish I could do it. I can't with my knees. Kenny says, I was wearing my Habs t-shirt the other day, and some guy came up to me. Really? Where were you? You got to finish that story because it kind of just leaves us in suspense.
Lekanen re-signing in Colorado.
Not surprised.
No, are you kidding me? He scored the OT winner to get into the cup final, and he clinched the cup.
Yeah.
He wasn't going anywhere.
No. He won. Yeah, he won the cup. He was a cup
He scored the
goal.
OT goal to send them to the cup final, and then he scored the goal that won them the Stanley Cup.
Right. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Nor would I think that he'd want to. As much as I think he really misses his I think he really missed the Habs, but I mean, he's on a new part of his life, and I think I don't think he wants to come back. Oh, the Vetrano one just came up. It's weird. Eh? Where are you getting your info from? What site?
I'm just refreshing my Twitter feed.
That's working faster than TSN on a lot of the deals. It's weird.
Klingberg and the Stars have re-engaged in talks, so it sounds like either he's going back to Dallas or Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, wouldn't surprise me if he goes back there.
Yeah, basically what I did is I have like kind of the big name reporters, and I refresh them. I put them in like a grouping, and I just refresh them, and then once they tweet stuff, that's what I get.
Huh.
So like LeBron, Saravelli, all those guys. Darren Drager.
Somebody came up to Caddy B, said he likes the T-shirt. So I like the CH on your shirt. Does that mean Holy Christmas? Ha ha ha.
Brett Kulak re-upped in Edmonton.
Kulak re-upped in Edmonton, so Kulak's off the board.
That's fine. I mean, it would have been nice to have him back, but that's fine.
Yeah, of course. How long? What did he sign for?
4 years at $2.75 million.
Yeah, kind of. You know what? Montreal might have made him an offer. I don't think that's the offer they would have made him.
My guess, they probably maybe offered him 2 years, maybe
2, or even if it was for not that money. I don't think that much money, but yeah, probably not the same amount of term or money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Oh well, so so now we gotta wait for something else. But at least some of the deals are starting to happen. There's still the big names on the board. They have not come off yet. Some of the big names, although Sherratt finally came off. Is that what we said? Sherratt went to where? Where'd Sherratt go?
Supposedly Detroit. I haven't seen.
Oh, it's not official yet. Because I haven't seen it yet either. Kulak's dad was over the moon when he went there. Not surprised. That's true. Kulak's from Edmonton area, so for him, he's gone back home. So I'm not surprised he signed there. Kenny B, I think he's done a good job already of bulking up the team so far. So I'm going
literally.
Yeah. Well, going into the draft and free agent period, he said that his goal was to get bigger and faster, more skilled. I think he's done that. I'm not sure, but I think he's done that. Yeah, he's done a good job so far. Hey, for a guy's first year as a GM, I think he's done a pretty damn good job. I know he's got his mentor there of Jeff Gordon, but they've done a good job.
Sergachev 8-year extension with the Lightning.
Okay, well, that's not a shock.
Nope. You know what else too? I kind of want to touch on, talking about the Habs.
As long as it's not a young girl underage, we're okay to talk about it. Otherwise, no.
Nemestikov to Tampa. I'm on
Oh,
cap
I
friendly
see
now.
that.
Looking at the signings.
I believe, can't you? Oh, I've read that already. Don't read comments you read once already.
Colin White to Florida. Like when Slav got off that bike after that sprint test too, he acted like he just didn't even break a sweat. Like I think his endurance is actually really high for his age.
Yeah, he could be in really great shape. I don't know. And the weird thing though, at the combine, he finished only in the top 25 in one or two of those fitness tests. Doesn't mean it's bad or anything, but
well, the Lightning are now $6.4 million under the cap, so Sergachev probably got 7 something AAV.
Oh, it's not announced yet? I don't see it.
Oh, there it is. 8-year deal at $8.5 million AAV for Sergachev.
Yikes. Yeah, they for a team, I mean for teams up against the cap, we know it's not going up much in the next couple of seasons. That I'm surprised at some of these contract numbers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because now they get a clear $6.4 million a cap.
Yeah, I mean that's
right. They'll have Sergachev fake another injury, put him on LTIR. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. And they're definitely not re-signing Palat. He's gone. Maybe that's why they probably already told him we can't.
Yeah, they can't now. I mean, if they sign,
no, they can't now for sure.
They're gonna have to clear $10 million. I mean, that's one of the big guys gone.
They knew they were going to sign Sergachev, so they probably told Palat, "Yeah, we can't re-sign you." That's why he announced he's testing the market.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's see.
I think that's
Nicholas
probably how it went.
To the Calgary Flames.
Yeah, I haven't got that. Who's that? Nicholas Milosh. Who's he? It's Milosh.
Defense
just to say,
Milosh.
It's Milosh, but yeah, I like the way you say Milosh. Actually, I like your way of saying it better.
Milosh.
You know, you said
$950K.
I don't think I've ever heard of him before. So, good money for him, I guess. I don't know. Come on, Habs, do something before I have to go. Like do something, or I guess do nothing. I'd like to see them do something. I'd like to see them be involved in a trade to move out some salary. But they're not under the gun, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Milosh was dominant with the Q with Charlottetown. Yeah, I never heard of him before. That's all. Was dominant. Makes me think of whips. Matt can handle what can Matt handle for me? Don't get dirty now.
Don't be nasty.
Don't be nasty. This ain't the nasty show. Yeah. I don't know why I went into like a Yosemite Sam kind of voice, but I did.
But Jesus, that's a lot of money for Sergachev.
I think it's a little much, don't you?
Yeah, I think 7.5 would have been a better figure, but
yeah.
I mean now they get a clear $6.4 million in cap before the end of training camp. Because it's the last day of training camp is when you have to be cap compliant. I think it's the end of the day, the last day.
No, I think it's 12:01 of the a.m. of the day of your first game of the season.
Well,
So by
I read
midnight
something
that
a
night,
little
you
bit
have to
ago
be
where it's like the end of the day, like 12:01 on like the
12:00 a.m. of the day of your first game of the season. You have
because
to be.
that's what I thought, but it looks like it's the end of training camp now.
Oh, it could be. I mean,
When the cap goes back down to because right now it's at you can spend to like 90 million, I think, but then you got to drop down to
yeah,
82. Whatever the hell it is, 82.4.
82.
From what I read, it's the last day of training camp, so the end of
It
the
could be
night,
that it's what
last
it's
day of
that.
training camp, you have to be cap compliant.
Yeah, no, it could be that. It's. I mean, besides, anyway, they're not far apart. So, but yeah, you have to be before you play your first game. You got to be cap compliant. You can't play a game.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna forfeit the game if you're over the cap. Calgary is 24.7 million under cap. BL saying maybe that's where Kadri goes. BL Matt could keep it going if I gotta take off. You are right, but maybe Matt doesn't want to.
I don't mind.
Well, I'm leaving at 2, so. But yeah, if you want to keep it going for a little longer, you do that. As long as you don't do anything I wouldn't do, which means you can pretty much do anything.
Wow. So this is the current forward group right now for the Senators. DeBrincat, Stützle, Giroux, Kachuk, Norris, Batherson, Joseph, Pinto, Brown, Formanton, Kostelic, and Kelly. It's not bad. That's not bad.
Getting better.
Tell you that top six is actually kind of nice.
Yes,
I'm not even gonna lie. That top six is nice.
If they have a good season with not too many injuries and stuff like that, they could make a run at a wild card. I think, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think
Depends how it works out, but I think they could make a run maybe at a wild card. It's not, Renegade Man. I don't think it's if Gaudreau doesn't sign with Calgary. Gaudreau's not signing with Calgary.
He's not. He already came out and told them that he's out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do.
would be a great pickup on the blue line for Ottawa.
Chara?
Chicherin.
Chikrin.
Or Chikrin, whatever the hell.
Yeah, I know it's a weird looking name, but I think it's pronounced Chikrin. Yeah, he'd be a good pickup for any team, no?
Yeah. No, but I mean, especially Ottawa, if they can get him to serve the blue line.
Yeah, I think that's what they're looking for is another defenseman in there. That's what I understand. And you know what? They do that. I mean, they were going to give a serious run for a wild card, if you ask me. Yeah.
No, I believe it.
I wonder what they'd have to give up to get Chikrin. That's the thing. I think I would have to think they're going to have to give up Jake Sanderson. Don't they have Sanderson? I think they're going to have to give him up to do that. Gaudreau's wife is from Jersey Shore, or isn't Gaudreau from down there? Not just his wife. Isn't he from Jersey?
Who? Johnny Gaudreau?
Yeah.
Yeah, South Jersey, right on the border with Philadelphia.
No, I'm just saying. So he's saying his wife is from the Jersey Shore. Oh, you mean the TV show, The Jersey Shore? Maybe that's what you mean. The area, not well. Then they're both from the same area, no? High school sweethearts, sweetheart. I don't know. I don't know enough about him. I always thought he was Canadian, so I guess that's just because his name. But I thought he was Canadian. So.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Anthony Cirelli, 8 years, $6.25 million AAV extension in Tampa.
Wow.
Where in the hell? What is Breezeball pulling money out of his ass? Is he just reaching back there and going, "You can have $6 million. You can have $8.5 million. Where's Palat? I got another $6 million for him."
And at the same time, Kucherov, you're not playing next season. Get hurt. This way, Stamkos, you broke your ankle. You're hurt. What are they going to do?
Hey, Braden Point, that injury, I need you to make it a little worse so you're out for a while.
Something, man. Kelly, thank you, Kelly. Kelly, some Kelly hype in the room, and some Dono hype in the room. I don't say that often anymore. Kelly just got herself on the list for the next draw. I don't have that what we're drawing for next. I don't think yet. And yeah, thanks. I thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if you do donate to the channel, you will also get in the draw for a prize that I give out to people every now and then. Kelly has already won a hat, so she has already benefited from the draw. Johnny Hockey. What about Johnny Hockey? Johnny Hockey's wife apparently wants to go back home. Go back home, Johnny. I want to go back home. Or I want half, Johnny. One of the
Josh
two.
Brown to Arizona.
Josh Brown. I don't have that up here yet. I got Wyatt Kaliniuk, who means nothing, and Troy Stetcher signs with Arizona 1 year. Am I correct? Arizona's signing a lot of guys that they like clean house already? What happened over there?
I don't know.
They got lots of room, though, as far as money. They got lots of money. Except they don't have money like they don't have money as a team, so they got lots of cap space.
You know what I think? I think Brisebois has a money tree somewhere, and he's not letting anybody else know about it.
Yeah, but it won't help because you could only put up so much salary on the boards. Or
Are you
he's a
shit?
Jedi.
8 years, $5.2 million for Cernak in Tampa.
Or
This
what
is
he's doing
ridiculous.
is
He's got a money tree.
Jedi.
He has to have a money tree.
He's a Jedi, and he's telling the league, that is not the payroll you are looking for. This is not the payroll that you're looking for, and they're just looking away. So he's a Jedi. I like that explanation. They have a brand new spanking college arena too. That's Arizona. Yep. Got to fill up that college arena. You know, can't just rely on our 400 fans. Ollie Mata is only 27 years old, so anybody said he was ancient? You are wrong. My front door. Hang on. Yes, front door. Hang on a second. I'll buzz you in. And then I got to call my son and say, did you order something? Because it's here. Hang on a second. Yeah. Dial.
This is getting ridiculous.
Hang on a sec, guys.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
I don't think my
Kelly,
son's...
thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate you.
Zach, did you order something?
Yeah, my groceries.
Yeah, they're here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Order the groceries. Not me. See, I go to the store. I go and pick my, this is what I find. When you go to the store and you pick your own groceries out, you get those groceries when you get home. When you order your groceries online, you don't always get the groceries you picked out. So I noticed that, so I don't do it. All right. That's just me. No cap in Tampa. Tampa has a new rule. No cap for Tampa Bay. What was it that Wright had, that exceptional status? Tampa Bay has exceptional status. No cap limit. We'll just sign everybody. That's like the old days. The old days, like the Rangers, those teams that had tons of money, they just signed everybody. We lost 4 guys to injury last night. Just sign everybody that's available.
Cirelli's contract doesn't kick in until next year.
Cirelli, 8 years, 52.
So they're fine there.
Oh, this is funny because it says 8 years, 41.6 million. The AAV is 52 million. His AAV is more than the total of the contract. So that's a bit of a mistake. Joshua Dakota or Dakota Joshua. That name doesn't work the right way. It should be the other way around. No money there for that guy. Just a 1-year deal. That's of all the ones you announced, those are the 2 I got. That's it. The others didn't come in. Will Kadri be plan B for the Flames? Maybe.
Cernak's contract also doesn't kick in until next year. So it's just Sergachev's doesn't kick in until next year either, I guess.
They updated Cirelli's contract and they didn't change anything, so I don't know why they updated it. Kelly, I don't order pizza. My son might sometimes, but I don't order pizza. If I order, it's not pizza. Nope. So I ordered last night. I was moving everything all day. I was not cooking. Her goal to final was $500,000 bonus, and cup winning goal was $5 million. What are you talking about? Gaudreau from South Jersey, his wife from Philly. Here's between Jersey, New York Islanders. We'll see. Yeah, well, Philly's out, so. Islanders, home of Alex Romanov. Chernak just went up there. 41. It's like the same contract as Cirelli. But
yeah, just $1 million less.
Well, not according to this. Cirelli's getting $52 million a year. Chernak only getting 5.2. So just a little bit of problem with mathematics over there.
Brendan Lemieux getting a 1-year extension at $1.35 million.
Yeah, not my favorite guy. Not my favorite player, Brendan. Oh, another half hour. So hopefully Montreal does something in the next half hour. I know I'll be leaving. I'm not sure if Matt will be staying around, but if he will, he can stick around while I leave. It's not a problem there. Matt has all the controls. Matt, you have the control, Matt. You have the power. By the power of Rick. Nope. Not even a smile. He didn't even crack. Not a grin, a smile, nothing. This is my co-host over there. Matt, you need better drugs. And I need some comments, or else I don't know what to talk about. So I need some comments. My kingdom for a comment.
Habs is still quiet.
Habs are still quiet. Well, actually more people said there would be nothing going on with Montreal than people thought would. So far, they're right. With lots of time to go, though. We're looking at still 4.5 hours to go till they shut down on TV. So as far as that period of time. No,
we do not.
What do we need D-men for?
Explain yourself. Young D-men working the way up the pipeline. We're fine there.
Explain yourself, X3J. I do think that, first of all, Petrie hasn't moved. He said if they move Petrie, they will be in the market for an experienced defenseman who doesn't cost a lot of money. Petrie hasn't moved yet, so I don't see where yet they're in the market for a defenseman. So I think Petrie needs to move for that to happen. A good year 1, year C for a D-man.
Nick Bjugstad to Arizona.
Yeah, I announced that one earlier. That for me came in a while ago.
Oh, Dustin Tokarski to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Tokarski to the Penguins.
Dustin Tokarski.
Depth. That's got to be for depth.
I remember the Trust in Dustin days.
BL says,
God, that was going to be the year too. If friggin' Price
Oh.
didn't get hurt.
well, and also wasn't it Tokarski in nets when Price had got injured for a series, and that was it. It was
No, that was that year when Chris Kreider ran him.
Kreider, that's right. Kreider,
That would have been the year. That team was so good.
Yeah. And Tokarski just wasn't there. BL says PK to the KHL for $60. We're talking about like deer, $60 like that way, or yeah.
Well, they'd sign him in rubles, so yeah.
$60. Well, that is like $1 million or 2 rubles, $1 or 2 million rubles, isn't it?
I don't know what the conversion rate is.
Besides, the KHL, they need to sell players to pay off debt default. And speaking of that, what's happening with? I've heard nothing about Kaprizov. Anything happened with that?
Nothing. Last I heard was when he tried to get back, and
Yeah.
From what I heard, his visa
denied.
problems. There's no.
It's why they wouldn't let him in.
There's no.
No, but wait, it's why he couldn't get into the U.S. But that's not what I'm really talking about. Like, did Russia pick him up and put him in the army? That's kind of what I'm expecting.
From what I
to hear.
heard, there's no substance to that rumor that he had a fake card. His dad came out like there's no substance to that. It's just I think he just needs to get a new visa. But
so then it's just a visa.
From what I've heard, there's no substance to that rumor.
No, that makes sense. I hadn't heard any updates. I mean, I'm happy because not that I'm a Minnesota fan or I particularly like Kaprizov, but I would hate to see a big talent, NHL talent, be lost in that way. You know?
Mm-hmm.
PK to San Jose Sharks? That's not a thing, is it? I could see that happening, though.
Well, they need a defenseman now.
That's what I mean. I could see, and they need a cheap defenseman. They don't got no money either. So I could see PK going. I could see that. San Jose, I mean, that's a pretty big stage. PK likes a big stage. I could see him on it, maybe signing there. Big market. He does all kinds of things with media and all that. So he needs a big market like that for him to do all the things he likes to do away from the game. The KHL may be dead. This is true. Lots of teams have left due to war. Huh.
Yeah, really. The only team
not good for hockey.
Not in Russia or Belarus or China that left was Jokerit. They're finished, but they're going back to the Liga in Finland. All the other teams in there, there's a Belarusian team, a whole shitload of Russian teams, and I think there's one team from China. But that's it.
Well, it'd be all their allies, and there's not too many. Any news on PLD? No, nothing new. Nothing with the Habs, nothing at all so far today. Rumors only. Ovechkin signed with Moscow Dynamo. That's not true. Ovi's got, 3 years left on his deal he just signed. So Ovi's here till he breaks the record or he has to retire. He's here for that. He's not going anywhere. The soccer team, what's that? A one-game deal. What does that mean? Soccer team, a one-game deal. Oh, with Ovi. No, of course. That was for marketing. He's getting such a bad reputation with the Putin stuff. I think that's why they did that, was to help his reputation. Make him look good, make him look different, sell him a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah, I'm sticking to it. I would really like to, if the Habs are going to do something today, I kind of would like it to be done while I'm still doing a live stream. It would be nice.
If anything, get Slap's ELC done.
I'm not really worried about that. He's limited in what he can ask for. They're going to give him the max. It'll be 3 years. And
it's like $850K, something like that.
From everything Slav said, it's not even a thought in my head that will he sign? He might not sign. No, he's going to sign here. There's
Oh, no,
doubt
he
about
will. It's just a matter of
it.
when.
Yeah. They said they'd
I
like
just
to do
wanted
it.
to get it done.
Well, this is what Hugh said. He'd like to get it done quickly. I wouldn't expect it to take much longer. I expect he signs for whatever the maximum is. What, $950, $975 for 3 years.
Yep, Dakota Joshua to Vancouver. That's on cap
Yeah.
friendly.
So I just got the Brendan Lemieux one.
Your favorite player?
Favorite player. Clothes Kid. Mr. Turtle. He played in a fundraiser for Putin. But how long ago was that? That wasn't like this year, was it? Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm don't stick my nose in that. Yes, if you hear my cats meowing, because they want into the room. Sergachev will make more than Hedman. That's true, eh? Hedman's not making 8.5.
No, Hedman, I think, is making 7.
Yeah. How didn't he just sign in not that long ago?
Yeah.
That's got to be a tough one there. I'm surprised they paid Sergachev more than Hedman.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of a surprise. You would think that you know what? Maybe that says something about Hedman's character that they know it won't bother him, right? Or what they did was they said to Sergachev, "Hey, listen, don't tell Victor about how much you're getting paid. Just don't say anything. Shh, mum's the word." Lucifero, are you bored? Really? I'm okay. I'm going to start.
Both. Lucifero,
I'm going to have to do the striptease. Do I have to do the striptease now because everyone's bored? That's not happening.
Oh, God.
I want a big trade to happen. But you know what happens with those? A big trade will happen. We announce it, talk about it for 2 minutes, and then it's done. And then you're sitting there and you want another big trade to happen. And, you got to go to
technically, we have had one that
rehab
Brent
for
Burns
big trades. What's that? Sorry, I talked over you.
Well, no, the Brent Burns trade has kind of been the biggest trade of the day.
He means for a big Hab.
Oh,
trade.
yeah. I mean, in that case, it'd be a Petrie trade, which could lead to PLD.
But listen, a big Habs trade will happen, and next thing you know, you want another big Habs trade, and then you want another big Habs trade, and before you know it, you got to be in rehab, and all you want are big Habs trades, and it just doesn't work. So you got to be careful. You might get what you want. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Something juicy to happen for Montreal. So, like a trade. Actually, I think it's got to start with money being moved out. So we need to hear some money being moved out. If we don't hear money being moved out, I don't see how any signings are going to happen. Because we don't have a ton of cap space right now. So we can go $8.25 million over the cap, which means Montreal can basically go to $91 million. I think that's what teams are allowed to go to in the offseason. So essentially, Montreal has around $10 million they can spend. But then they have to make sure that they're back under the cap by the time the puck drops. A little before the puck drops for next season. So, but true, they could go out. They could sign players today because they do have that leeway. But they haven't signed anybody. Is it just me, or there's times when Matt has the perfect look? It's like I'm sure he's frozen. The picture is frozen. He doesn't change for like 30 seconds. And I'm like, nothing moves. He does that to me all the time. My AVG, which I have gotten rid of AVG, I should have nothing. Yesterday it updated, I have no AVGs. Apparently, it's running. I can't take it off my task list, and it just told me I'm being tracked. Should I be afraid? I got a good deal from McAfee, so I bought McAfee, and I took out all of AVG off. I deleted the everything from it, and and it's back running on my task manager, and it's updating itself. So I'm a little afraid about AVG. So if anyone knows how to get rid of it fully and so it never comes back, please let me know. Because I think the only one tracking me is AVG. Matt's in love with his phone. Matt is actually doing his job.
Darcy Kemper, 5-year, a little over $5 million AAV to the Washington
Capitals. Did pop up. Yep. 5 years, 5.25. Matt is actually doing his job. I make fun of him for it, but Matt's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and he is using his phone to see if there's anything out there that he can announce or talk about. Even when we do regular live streams, Matt is supposed to be kind of checking to see what's going on in case there's something to talk about. So I make fun of him, but only I'm allowed to do that. Right, Matt? He's going to come after anybody else who makes fun of him. Cannot see Sergachev getting paid more than Hedman. He is not worth it. Well, he is. They just signed him, so he is. Unless they're going to trade Hedman. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're making a big trade with one of the big names to pay for all this signing they did. So Kemper was I saw something earlier today before I went on that Washington was the expected place Kemper would end up. So that's where he ends up. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's pair LeBron.
What's the over-under on how many games before Evander Kane causes a controversy?
I don't know. Don't tell him that. He might bet on it.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say I could see Evander Kane getting through this next season and there's no problems. I don't know about how far after that because, he hasn't done anything to change himself to say, well, okay, that's behind him. Something's going to happen again soon. It's inevitable. Going to the store, you always buy. Is that to go with that Sergachev getting paid more than Hedman? He's not worth it. I think by that second part, going to the store, you always buy more than intended, might be what to explain what Tampa's doing today because they're just buying and buying and buying.
Two more Habs.
Hang on a second.
Two more
I think
Habs
Tampa got high. Tampa smoked, and then they went shopping. You don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. Say that. Go ahead now, Matt. Sorry. You're not supposed to smoke and do live streams either. But I do it all the time.
Xavier Ouellet. It's now official to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, I got that one way earlier, remember?
And then Laurent Dauphin to the Arizona Coyotes.
That's where he came from. Isn't that where we got him from, Dauphin? From the Coyotes?
I don't know.
I know he was. I think the Coyotes drafted him originally. So that's not a shock. Coyotes, they really added a lot of players. Although Dauphin has depth, doesn't mean he's going to stick on the team.
Yeah, we did get him
the one-way contract. He did. He was drafted by them, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we traded. I guess we either traded for him or got him as a free agent.
I think traded for him.
Yeah. And then we signed him to his extension, and then his contract expired. Now he's gone.
Now he's gone. That's not a surprise that Dauphin's gone.
No.
Especially center position. Doesn't sound like they're going to need Dauphin. Besides,
not the slightest.
As a free agent, I think Dauphin was looking for ice time and not just to be in the system. He wasn't going to get ice time here in Montreal. He wasn't re-signing with Montreal.
I'll tell you what he's going to be making too. Well, $750K. He's making the minimum.
But Alex Stalock to
Especially
Chicago.
Especially if there is something in the works
Really?
for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Laurent
Yeah.
wasn't going to get any ice time. Because
No.
you got to think, right? If we get PLD, it's going to be Suzuki, PLD, Doc, Evans down the middle.
Oh, without a doubt. Listen,
Dvorak's
if
gotta
that
be moving
happens, Dauphin is definitely expendable. He was going to play in Laval. He doesn't want to do that. He wasn't signing back with Montreal. I think I talked about it at the end of the season that I didn't expect Dauphin back because of that reason, that he won't get the ice time. I don't think he'll sign back here. But stay locked to Chicago. So another who's their other goalie? Who else do they have?
Who?
Chicago.
Goalies? I have no idea.
Langford, stay locked. There's somebody else. They just signed another cheap, no good goalie, didn't they? I'm pretty sure. Anyway.
Oilers are bringing aboard Calvin Pickard as a third goalie behind Campbell and Stuart Skinner.
Make it so. Yeah, you wouldn't get that. Pickard. Calvin Pickard. He's Jean-Luc's son. Didn't know that? Actually,
the Rangers and the
he's
Coyotes, I
Jean-Luc's,
think, are working out a trade.
Jean-Luc's grandfather. Calvin Pickard, Jean-Luc's great-grandfather. They just signed him to a contract because, Jean-Luc he's in the future. You're not a Star Trek fan.
Oh, I am, yeah. I know Jean-Luc.
Well, then why don't you get that joke?
I do get it.
I don't pay you just to do that. I pay you to laugh at my freaking jokes. I don't actually.
You don't pay me at all.
So.
If I don't want to laugh, I don't have to laugh.
I guess not.
Coyotes and the Rangers are potentially working on a deal.
Jack just choked on a Skittle. Jack just choked on a Skittle, and he believes that's a sign we will make a move soon. I think it's a sign that you choked on a Skittle. That's me personally. But I hope you're right, actually, though, Jack. Ian Cole, Lane Cole, Ian Cole. Ian Cole, 1 year, $3 million to Tampa. More money for Tampa. Yay!
BL, I'm doing my job. I'm refreshing Twitter. I'm getting all the deals.
Tampa is now $30 million over the cap. All right. Let's go, boys.
Well, they're $6 million over right now. Those 3 extensions don't kick in until next season.
Right. That's it. Okay.
But they'll probably still be over it. Well, Killorn will be off the books next year. They'll have guys coming off the books. They have Seabrook on LTIR for the next 3 years.
No, that's it. So if they manage it right, I didn't realize that a couple of them were for next year. So that it changes things.
All 3 of them don't kick in until next year.
So yeah, so still Kucherov sits out the season. They're good right now.
Still a lot of money.
They've got a lot of time to correct that though and get back under. So it's not, they got a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean they're 6.2 over, I think, right now, or 6.4.
Yeah. So,
but I don't think they can. From what we understand about LTIR, they can't put Seabrook on LTIR yet to get relief until they're cap compliant, right? Or something like that.
No, you don't. You don't use LTIR money until you've hit the cap.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get
if you're still under the cap, if you're still under the cap, you can't use LTIR money. That is how it works. Yes. Also, you don't want to go into the season over the cap on LTIR because then that'll limit you. The next time somebody goes on the LTIR, now you're limited to how much because it's how much you're over the cap. So if you go over, say you're $2 million over the cap using LTIR money, someone's on LTIR, you go into the season, guy gets hurt, $7 million contract. Now you can only get $2 million relief on that $7 million because that's what you were at going into the season.
Yeah.
So you want to start the season off the LTIR books because it's not good for you going down the road. Or whoever's on the LTIR, you got to stay there the whole year. Kind of, it's not good to be on LTIR money going into the season. And that's the reason why Weber had to be traded. They had to get under. The Oilers now taking players. Oilers taking Leafs players. Yeah, that comment came out earlier. Didn't you make that comment earlier? Somebody did. Campbell's an upgrade for them in goal, so I don't think that's a bad signing.
No, not at all.
I don't know that they'll win a cup with Campbell, but it's a better goal. He's a better goalie than they've had so far. So I see that as a good move for them. It depends who they back him up with, too. That'll be important.
Right now it's Stuart something. Stuart Skinner.
Skinner! Jeff's younger brother. It's Jeff's younger brother. Jeff Skinner.
Is it actually?
I have no idea. No idea. If anybody knows, leave the comment in the comment section for a huge prize. I take that back. No prize. There is actually no prize. We got a trade. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a trade to announce.
Nemeth to Arizona for a prospect.
Oh, well, like, really? You're going to interrupt everything for that? Like, really? Oh, boy, I'm going to be leaving soon, guys. Are you going to stick around?
I might stick around for a little bit, yeah.
Well, it's not might. If you're going to stick around, you're going to stick around. If you're not, you're not. We're going to.
I'll probably stick around.
All right. So Matt over there is going to stick around after I leave. I'm going to leave in about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I got stuff to do today. I really thought Montreal would do something, but I'm going to say that Montreal will do not much, if anything, today.
Well, you never know. I mean, there's still a lot of time left in the day.
I mean, they could be just negotiating right now, but I don't know. My feeling was it would have been earlier, but
Charles Hudon to Colorado.
Really?
1 year, $750K.
The return of Charles Hudon.
Oh, he's French, so it's Charles Hudon.
Yeah, but it's Bill 96 here in Quebec, so I'm saying Charles Hudon. Yeah, I know. I think I always said Charles Hudon. So I said Charles, and then it's not gonna. It doesn't bode well of you keeping the stream going when you just go off camera. Just saying.
I just adjusted the way I was sitting. I didn't want the camera was gonna move a lot.
Just saying. Yeah, it looks like Montreal's just not going to do anything by the time I am ready to go. I don't know. I don't know that that's bad that they didn't do anything so far. Hey, Kelly, thanks for being around. I appreciate it. Thanks for the dono. Have a great day at work. See ya. We're still going to be doing streams all summer.
Have a good one, Kelly. Awesome having you around as always. Nothing yet. I'm honestly kind of hoping a PLD deal drops. I want the Canadiens to do something.
Okay, but that's a trade, so that can happen anytime.
Oh, I know.
I mean, it's still got a free agent signing, but I'm just saying.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I don't know. The PLD rumor just it came from a couple of good sources, but I mean, it just seems like almost too good to be true, almost type of a thing. And then, yeah, I mean, because they have to move money out to do it. So
AJ Greer signed with Boston. Well, they get a wing, not a center.
They get a wing, not a center. Yeah, I know their window's closed, Boston, I think.
Yeah.
Slamming shut on their fingers. Yeah, you got a lot of wind sound there, buddy. A lot of wind sound. The good thing, though, is I don't know. You're going to need the microphone. You're still going to wear the headset when I'm gone, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to watch out. You got to watch out for the wind. Renegade Mad, no news. No news on PLD, Goudreau, or Kadri. Big names that have to fall, but they don't have to fall today. Sorry, hang on a second. Gotta answer that. Sorry. All right. Yeah, so as I was saying, they don't have to fall today, so that's the thing. So we might not see any of these moves today. It's not like the trade deadline where it's a deadline. It's not a deadline. It's just opening up of the duck season. We can start shooting UFAs today. I mean, it's kind of like that, you know. If it was a hunting thing, hunting season just opened. Yeah. So, yeah, and these rumors are just rumors, but they're also kind of difficult deals. So I could see that maybe it's true, but it might take a few days or even a week or so to actually come about. So yeah, got all summer. Although usually the big names mostly they move pretty quick once once the day starts. So I don't know. Kind of was expecting to wake up, and there were already things happening, and there was nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
So that was a bit of a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is what she is. What you gonna do? All right, I think I'm gonna take off here myself here, and I'm gonna leave you in the capable hands of. There's my camera of Matt. So Matt, I hope you're ready to take over. I don't know how long Matt will stay on. He can stay on as long as he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Though you're limited to 3 more hours because that's all we can do at a time for a stream. 6 hours. Okay, for me, I want to thank everybody that was here. Thank you, Kelly, for the dono. Thanks, Matt, for being here and then taking over and letting me go. Thanks, everybody who commented, and that's it. So I'll be back. I don't think I'm going to do a stream tomorrow. I got a bunch of things to do. Saturday, back on Saturday. Maybe back tomorrow. Depends, but I don't think so. No, because today's Wednesday. No, so I don't even have to answer that. This is the stream for Wednesday. There you go. Lost track of the days. Yeah, I'll see you Saturday. There'll be a video out in the next day or two, maybe 2. And yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. I leave you with Matt. Have a good rest of the day. Go Habs, go. If you're going to do something good. And if they do anything, I'll be talking about it in the next day or 2. So, ciao, everybody. And see you later, Matt. Thanks, eh?
Absolutely.
See you later. I was going to go end broadcast, but I got to go differently this time and leave studio. Ciao, everybody.
See you, Rick.
Yeah, see ya. What does it say? Are you sure you want to leave the broadcast? Yeah.
All righty. What's happening, everyone? It's the Matt Show now. Still haven't really seen much other news, some minor signings, but just get going in the comment section. Any questions you guys got for me? Let me have it. I'll answer them. I do want to thank everybody for being here. It does mean a lot. We love having you guys on. So, helps us out. another player in the Mason Marchment sweepstakes. Sounded like Carolina earlier, but there is another team involved. Pierre LeBrun. See how that goes. Yeah, I mean, I hope the Habs do something here. It'd be interesting. Be good to talk about. Then, yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Got a nice to have a little one-on-one time with you guys. It sounds that way, but I don't know. With the uncertainty around Bergeron, I really don't know. I think they need him personally because they, like I said, their top two centers right now are Charlie Coyle and Nick Foligno, which doesn't really bode well. But we'll have to see. I think getting Bergeron and Krejci back is big. I think that gives them one more year max in their window, and that's about it. Habs just released a tweet with Slafkovsky training with the youth Canadiens. Kind of cool. I think I'm gonna like Slafkovsky a lot. I really do. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun season. I wouldn't be shocked at all if Montreal stands pat. I would like Slav's ELC to be signed sooner rather than later, but that'll get done. Not really a big worry. I think if they want PLD, they should do it sooner rather than later. I think, like I said, my only concern with him is his commitment to the team. But if he commits long term and he wants to stay here and he has really no other issues in that aspect of it, I think we're loaded down the middle for the future. So, I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be nice to get him. My only concern is his ability to commit to a team. Other than that, I would have liked Kulak coming back, but obviously that's not going to happen. But that would have been nice. There's really no one else out there that really. I think the PLD move might be the only, might be the only kind of big move the Habs might make today. They could re-sign Rem Pitlick. I'm not, never really know there. Marchment is not going back to Carolina. Negotiations fell apart. I have no idea where he's going to go, but that is interesting. Probably hang around for another 10-15 minutes. That's some news. Oh! Speaking of news, Mason Marchment will be signing with the Dallas Stars. 4 years at $4.5 million AAV. Another domino has fallen. So that's interesting. Feel free to get at me in the comments down below your thoughts on that move there. And, any other move you think might be made there in free agency. How about this in the comments? Tell me, yay or nay on Pierre-Luc Dubois. How are we feeling? Love to know what you guys think. Oh, Charlie Lindgren, another ex-Hab, $3.3 million contract, AAV for 3 years to the Capitals. So, Kemper Lindgren. Excuse me, it'd be 1.1 per year, I believe. Yeah, 1.1 million per year. And I think I might call it there. Not much going on news wise. I got some stuff I gotta do. So I want to thank everyone for being here. Saturday night we'll have a kind of recap if any other deals have been made between now and then. Yeah, we'll see you guys then. Yeah, I agree, VL. That's kind of my concern too. X3J, I think he'd be a center. They could put him at the wing, but I think, if they play him at center, that second line center, then we're loaded down the middle. So you can't really go wrong there. But we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, I think I'm gonna call it because I get some stuff I gotta do. But thanks everyone for being here. And Saturday night we'll be back. We'll be recapping other moves of free agency, and if the Canadiens make any big moves, any minor moves, anything like that. You hear it from us. So thanks guys. Have a great rest of your day. BL, before I go, I will answer that. Who knows? Maybe being back home in Montreal does. We won't know until something happens. We'll have to wait and see. Again, that'll do it for me here. Thanks everyone for being around. I had a lot of fun with you guys, with Rick. We really appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you Saturday. Bye, guys.